of Donald Trump.
It's just a great day to be an American.
Gary Richardson is among the dozens of people who turned out at the Hudson Grill to watch the swearing-in of America's 47th president. Anita Lane says she loved Trump's inaugural address.
I am just thrilled. He promised he's going to deliver. There's going to be a unified America again, and it's going to be safer.
People here say they are looking forward to the next 4 years. In Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
30 degrees in Atlanta. What are the snow chances tomorrow? Well, that depends on where you live.
Snow showers, yes, but I do think that we'll have up to 1/4 of an inch of snow accumulation for Marietta, Smyrna, Lawrenceville into Conyers, up to 1/2 inch to 1 inch for Noonan, Peachtree City, and Locust Grove areas.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Coweta and Henry County Schools, the first in Metro Atlanta to announce they are closing tomorrow due to the likely winter weather. Ahead of the winter storm tomorrow, Governor Kemp declaring a state of emergency for all of Georgia. Over 100 counties are under a winter storm watch. That state of emergency runs through next Tuesday, January 28th. The Georgia DOT is prepping for a second winter event in less than 2 weeks. This one includes treating roads in South Georgia.
We've got freezing rain at the Georgia-Florida border expected. We've got snow in our southern counties that rarely ever see snow.
The Georgia DOT's Natalie Dale says they are treating over 6,000 miles of interstates alone. Services this morning at Ebenezer Baptist Church to honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Those attending brave frigid temperatures but say it is important to celebrate Dr. King's sacrifice and to keep alive his efforts to bring social justice for everyone.
This is 46 years that I've been coming to honor Dr. King and what he did.
It's about peace, goodwill. We definitely need it right now.
Given the current climate, he's as relevant now as he's ever been.
The Ebenezer service, just one of many celebrations today across the metro area and all around the country. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And join us tonight at 7 for a special 1-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is 3:03 and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Chin Wei is in the traffic center.
Right, with frigid temps and wintry precipitation, GDOT has our brining trucks out on the road. So if you see them, please clear them so that way they can do what they need to do to make sure our interstate, state routes, bridges, and overpasses are safe from now through the end of the day. I'm Chinwe Maponya Cook, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Despite the sunshine, temperatures won't climb above freezing today with an afternoon high near 30, lows tonight in the upper teens to low 20s. Tomorrow, daytime high 34, but with the majority of the day around freezing, snow showers are to be expected. Anywhere from a dusting to about 1/2 inch of snowfall possible across the metro region. Anything that falls to the ground will stick due to the freezing conditions. Wednesday morning, low 16, sunny skies Wednesday afternoon, high 35.
It's 30 in Roswell, 33 in Conyers, 27 in Ackworth. More news at 3:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark, is in D.C. We'll talk to him soon. Filling in is our good buddy Blue, and we have the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Oh, holding on to this huge news that's about to break later on tonight.
There's some huge news tonight. We will have a new national champion.
We
Is
will,
that it?
but
Is that the huge news?
Even bigger than that.
What? Bigger than the news already?
Bigger than anything that's happened
today? Don't we have
today?
a new president since the last time?
This is even bigger than a
bigger
new
than that.
New president, Eric.
A new old president.
Travis Scott is going to unveil a new song during halftime in tonight's national championship.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is that amazing?
That is incredible.
I bet you, I bet you, I can guarantee you, I don't know what the song is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be up-tempo. I don't know if it's going to be slow-tempo, slow dance. One thing I do know is his voice is going to be wildly filtered.
You got
As
to
it
tune in to
always
find
is.
out.
No, you don't.
From now on, auto-tune is banned. No more auto-tune.
Why couldn't you throw that into your speech?
If you can't sing, don't sing.
It's a national ban on auto-tune.
My wrist is sore as hell. I've been signing these executive orders since I was sworn in.
How do you even find the time? Because now you got to go. You went to the congressional lunch. There's a
I pre-signed all of it.
There's an indoor parade. How do you do a parade indoors? Are we going to get? I want to see video of this.
Well, everybody just goes in a circle.
They march in, go around once, go
like
back out.
They go in a giant circle, and what happens is the marching band will come by, they'll do wave, and then they'll go outside. But the horses and things like that, and the fire trucks, that's my favorite part. The fire trucks.
Can they get in there? Can the fire trucks get in there?
They get in there, and then Santa Claus will be at the end. Boy, we love Santa.
Do we love Santa?
Do we love Santa? I mean,
Santa's
he worked
back.
so hard.
Because of you, Santa's back.
Christmas. Well, he never left, But also starting today, TikTok will be called Trump Talk because I saved it. I saved it. It was not a stunt at all.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and clear the fundamentals, I guess, and that is that we do have a new president, and he was inaugurated.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
I've been waiting for this for 5 years. Let's go.
President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability,
As hard as I can. I work really
protect,
hard.
and defend
Preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
All of
the
that.
Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
God. From now on, autumn will be referred to as spring.
Wait, me or the
You.
This autumn?
Yeah, right here. The beautiful autumn. She doesn't look like fall. She looks like a blossom.
A new time.
A new time.
Huh, well, I'm not against that, I guess.
Show everybody your flowers.
Well, I'm glad you're not against it, because now you're being forced to, because that's just the way that it
I
is.
signed an executive order immediately sending the military to Crofton, Maryland. You will change your name to Spring.
I like in his inauguration speech, there was like a lot of like finality to like the world gets better right now.
Yeah.
Today.
Starting right now,
No.
these things are all going to happen. Right, and I thought, I said out loud, I was like, no, it won't. You're so busy today.
We are starting the golden age now.
Right now.
Right now, the new golden age of the American Empire as we take over the world. I sent troops to Kosovo to retrieve the statue of Bill Clinton to put right here in the rotunda.
So, at one point when he was doing it, he did. Jared and I both noticed this. He kind of sounded like a young girl,
like a 13-year-old or
like
something.
Like the way he said, "Over."
From this moment on, America's decline is over.
It's over.
So totally over. And like the decline that like we've been going through for way too long is like over, because like I'm tired of it as much as you are.
Like over.
It's over.
We got the two big name changes. Yes. Mount McKinley. Did he put it back? Because Obama was the one who changed the name
That's
of Mount
why
McKinley.
I'm changing it back.
And put it back to like some, I think it's the native.
Mount Waka Waka, but now it's back to McKinley, just as God had ordained.
But you didn't. Did he not do it the first time? Was it switched back? Is this now every Democrat is going to change this back to the native name, and every Republican?
I think it happened in 2015 or 16, but I'm not sure.
No, Obama was the one
Yeah.
who changed it. But what I'm saying, in his first term, did he not change it back?
I don't think he did. I don't think Trump did in his first term.
Because he loves McKinley.
Well, I didn't want. There are a lot of people that don't like McKinley.
McKinley,
and I
the
didn't want to
terrorists.
lose the McKinley haters.
These are the two big changes.
A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
And also, Mexico henceforth will be referred to as America Light.
Might as well go ahead and change the name of all kinds of things.
And Venezuela, Evil Town.
Spoons will now be referred to as forks.
We will now call the spoon the fork, and the fork the spoon.
Are sporks allowed, Mr. President?
Sporks are no longer allowed. Pick one or the other.
There's only one type of utensil.
That's right.
So two.
Two.
From now on, the United States government only notices two types: knives
That's right.
and forks.
Knives,
That's it.
forks, no sporks. I mean, pick a side. We're not going to create extra space in the dishwasher for sporks.
Come on, it's the age of common sense.
That's right.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
And only two types of pets, dogs or cats.
Dogs
Dogs or cats.
Everybody with birds.
Let the birds
Arrested.
go. If you got an iguana, mail it to your friend and
The
father.
hamsters, Mr. Trump.
No,
Mr.
the
Trump.
hamsters
That's
are
cat
rodents.
food. They're
It's a
rodents. No
rodent.
more rodents in the house.
When he said the thing about the Panama Canal, I was like,
Autumn's upset by
that was the one I just didn't understand. Like the rest, I completely
Mean
understood.
spring, Mr. President.
But I mean, because he talked about getting out of wars, but this was kind of vague. It's like we're gonna take it back. It's like the opposite of that Midnight Oil song. We're gonna take it back.
And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
How exactly? I just
I'll
would like
tell
to.
you
I'm
how.
not saying I'm
I'll
against
tell you
it.
how.
I mean, are we sending troops? Or
In
how is this?
1989, I gave Ivanka a CD of Tiffany, and she gave it to Eric. And I said, nope, I'm taking it back. So I took it from Eric. I didn't give it to Eric. I gave it to Ivanka.
That's
She
right, you
gave
gave
it to Eric, and I took it back. It's mine.
But once you gave it to Ivanka,
Right.
wasn't it hers to give to whoever she wanted because you gave it to her?
No, by treaty, she was not allowed. By the agreement that we had for Christmas and the divorce between her mother and I said you can't give the gifts to Eric or Don Jr., but she did, and it's mine now. But anyway, we're going to go get it back because that Panama
I
Canal.
know, but it's just getting
Well,
it back. This
It's
seems like-
beautiful. It's beautiful Panama Canal. It's
Yeah,
the best canal as far
In
as
Panama,
canals go.
yeah, it's good.
Well, probably in the whole world, also, but in Panama for sure.
There's no better.
Better than the
Canals can meet.
Suez, right? Better than Suez.
Yeah, you're saying it's got hands down over Suez.
Hands down the best, and 40 million Americans died building it.
No, it's not that many. You know, it's like
There's a lot of Americans, but
A
not
lot
that
of
many.
Americans died building it.
30,000.
A lot of that.
So-
They wanted originally to build it through Nicaragua and go through Lake Titicaca. I said, no.
You just wanted to say that word.
But that's true. That's what they wanted, Lake
Yeah.
Titicaca. And I said, no. We're going to go take it back. I bought TikTok. Listen, if I can bring TikTok back, watch me work wonders on the canal. By the
That's
way,
true.
we're
It's a good
changing the
point.
name. It's no longer the Panama Canal. It's the American Canal.
Of course. Yes, there we go.
We build it. Why can't we name it what we want?
We just start naming like Russia from now on. Another America.
Well, you know what we're going to call Russia from now on? Slavic America.
From this moment on, America's decline is over.
Over.
Over. Totally over. Our decline is done. It's over.
Yeah, we have your teenage niece, I think, here when she wrote the speech. Was it over? Or
She said, like, Grandpa, like, could you go up there and tell everybody, like, it's over and that, like, Top Golf is now the national sport?
Oh, I didn't realize Kai Trump wrote your speech. Okay.
Are you declaring that now that Top Golf is
Our
the-
national pastime is now Top Golf. According to Kai, she's going to be a great LPGA.
She probably
By
will
the
be.
way, in the LPGA, women only.
Well, it's okay. All right.
Ladies, it says it right
It
there
says
in
the
the
L
name.
stands, yes, for ladies. So
You also made this declaration as well.
And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
nice. What planet again was that?
Nice.
I know. And then Elon starts jumping up and down.
You should have seen him. He was looking. It kind of looks silly.
Well, when I first saw everybody gathered indoors like that, they put 600 people into the rotunda, and right up there, especially on what would be the dais, with all the dignitaries, I just thought, man, you get that many super duper old people in such a confined space. That can't smell great.
No, not at all.
I mean, those guys standing up, they're all like 80. There's emissions are happening.
Two things that happened during my speeches: we had air pumping in to make it fresh in there to get rid of the old people smell, and also I couldn't stand looking at that troll woman, so I had Barron step in front of her. I don't even know who the hell that was. I'm like, get her out of here.
I'm not going to
get her out of here.
Gonna touch that.
There was
one.
a man next to her that also had like a marionette face.
Well, listen, I'm not going to go after people for their looks because
it's not their original looks; it's their new looks. It's
what they've done to themselves.
Absolutely.
What I thought, the one hilarious moment for me was the awkward almost kiss where Trump, like Melania's hat, the brim is so large.
You know why she does that?
They're coming in and they're trying not to, whatever, and he didn't even make it. He didn't even get there.
It's to keep people away. That's why you do that.
Well, it
works.
She looked like David Bowie, like
I said she
kind of
looked like Grace Jones.
Yeah, well, same thing, right? That same kind of
like androgyny.
Yeah,
I kind of saw the.
I liked it, but it just seemed like
I liked it too. It felt the fact that you couldn't see her eyes.
Couldn't see her eyes. She's like, hey, you know what? I don't necessarily want to be here, but you know what? I hate you people, and for that reason, I will be here. But don't look me in the eyes.
I saw
her mouth. She's like, I can convince people that I'm okay to be here with my mouth, but not my eyes.
Yeah, my eyes are going to give it away.
She wanted to go back. She wanted to go back and stay in Florida. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't need you.
I definitely saw Jim Carrey's The Mask there and a little bit of the Hamburglar in that outfit.
All right,
wearing.
He got like MAGAs all over Jared because he made a little joke about the
I
Jim
said
Carrey's The
politics
Mask.
aside, I can't unsee Jim Carrey The Mask.
It's not. I didn't think it was Jim Carrey. It was that Halloween mask from Scary Movie.
That's another good one too. You see that? You could definitely.
He's
see that
talking about the first lady though, not the woman that you're talking. about.
He's talking about the first lady's outfit. Looked like.
When he's dancing
Melania's outfit. Yes, when he's dancing in the yellow outfit with the hat and everything.
Except that it's really only the style of the hat because she wasn't wearing yellow.
Pork pie hat is beautiful.
Pork pie hats will now be called meatloaf hats.
That's right. No more pork pies. Either meat or pie, one or the other.
All right, so I guess we'll figure out how we're going to take Panama back. That'll be the interesting thing.
That's what I think everyone's concerned about in the country right now.
Where's the verbiage? So we need a little more on that. Like, we're taking it back. Exactly how are we going to war? Are we...
The almighty dollar.
Is that how you're doing it?
That's right.
You're going to go in with money. I don't think your natural reflex does not seem to be war if we go by the first term.
No war.
So,
offer money.
You're just going to offer them money.
How'd you like to be the next state?
Okay, you seem to be. We're going to bring the whole world into the United States of America at some point.
Our manifest destiny is to control all the big canals in our hemisphere.
Now our manifest destiny is to go to Mars.
We're going to trade him the Erie Canal, which nobody uses anymore.
Nobody uses it anymore. It's not needed anymore.
That's right. It's too creepy over there. It's eerie.
Yeah. Yes, it is. What? Excuse me?
Pardon?
Well, you smirked when you heard Autumn say that.
I love puns.
I know you do.
I didn't want to laugh out loud. I love wordplay. From now on, Eric Von Essler is not allowed to not do wordplay.
Hey, it's an executive order.
Hey, this show will be the resistance. No wordplay.
Take me to court. Take me to
no
court.
No wordplay.
Take me to court.
Speaking of words,
does it typically come into? Does it typically turn into a campaign speech like that? Because I can't remember. Like, it seemed like it had like a lot of.
It was a lot nicer than his first one, as far as hopefulness.
Yeah, his first one was
this country is garbage, and I mean, take out the trash.
There is blood raining from the sky. I thought, look, he felt like he had earned the right to be blunt, especially when it came to the people who were on stage with him, since they all did try to put him in prison.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of a blunt speech in that way. Yeah, I think usually you're going to have in the inauguration speech, you want to tell your people, hey, the things I talked about, I'm still thinking about, and this is what we want to do. But, yeah, he was a little more, we're going to change everything in one day kind of thing. So I guess you could see
like
it as
flipping
positive.
a switch.
When he did the Panama thing, I saw W behind him kind of look around and go, how is he going to, what? Did I miss that?
Don't worry about it, warmonger. You're lucky I didn't throw you in jail.
And how about not a lot of people talking about the fact that this is the second time in a row, a public appearance, Barack Obama alone. I mean, at what point? They are a power couple.
They took a picture together holding hands. Didn't you see
Oh,
that?
yeah, because it was just their anniversary, I
right.
think.
It was her birthday.
It was her birthday.
Happy birthday.
And the picture the picture they put out was a very long table. They were on either side of it. And somebody, was it Jared? Somebody said they looked like they had just, like they're signing the papers to buy a house.
It did look.
That was the
it
kind
reminded
of,
me of when you're handing the keys off to somebody who's buying to your house from you.
Trouble in paradise. Executive order. Barack and Michelle are not allowed to get divorced.
No, they can't. They can't get divorced.
I don't want that. They're beautiful people.
Well, 60s. When you're in your 60s, getting divorced, what are you doing?
Thank you, Joe. Thank you very
You're not
much.
dead.
You see?
Well, no, but also what's going to happen is somebody's going to say, let's say you've been with somebody 30, 40 years. You get a divorce in your 60s. Within a few years, somebody's going to get a diagnosis. They're like, what do you do with that? It's like, I'm a free man. And
That's right.
6
Good
months
luck, sucker.
6 months later, you have terminal illness or whatever. Like, no. Or like you're going to leave your wife and like, what if that happened to her after like 30 or 40 years? Be like, well, you're not my wife anymore. So you're just going to have to go through this whole cancer thing by yourself. Like, how do you, I could see divorce along the way. But once you're like in your 60s and 70s, it just seems ridiculous to me.
I agree.
I mean, at that point, just.
But obviously, the commentary that people were making online was getting to the Obamas because when he did put out this birthday post, I mean, he goes over the top. He says, "Happy birthday to the love of my life. You fill every room with warmth, wisdom, humor, and grace, and you look good doing it.
Love of my life.
I'm so lucky to be able to."
She fills every room with her bright smile and her beautiful eyes. And
we're just not going to be seen. We're not going to do a lot of things together anymore. But
yeah, we're going to stay together for the kids.
The kids are grown up, aren't they?
Well,
he finishes off saying, "I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventures with you. Love you."
Well, that's a wonderful Hallmark card, but it's kind of interesting that she's not there with him 2 times.
There was
and
another.
I agree.
I think it's okay.
She didn't want to be at that anyway.
Yeah,
but
I think outside of her not being there today, you might have a point. But I think in general, I don't know. I just kind of hope that she might be all right. I don't know. I don't
Well,
want them to be divorced.
listen. Hey, listen. Now this could become a big thing like this. Nothing matters more to me than Harry and Meghan. But if Barack and Michelle were to go the wrong way, I think that might become my new obsession.
I have directed ICE to pick up the princess and the prince and send them back.
Get them
out of here.
That's right. What did he say? He said people from mental institutions are sneaking into.
Send them back.
Go back.
This was the oddest rumor that came out of the weekend, though, between the Obamas, was from Daily Mail here that Barack Obama is secretly dating Jennifer Aniston.
Oh,
and it's like, what? It's like, what is going on here?
We're just friends. I told you it would be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke.
That's a stretch.
You should say we're just friends.
We're just friends. You ever see Leprechaun 2?
See, wordplay.
That's not wordplay.
It's happening.
It's not
Eric.
wordplay. It was a punchline. It was a legitimate punchline.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear. It hasn't been your day, your month, your week, or even your year.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I love Chandler.
We all do. Hey, listen, that would be crazy, and I'm rooting for it just because it would be a blast to see if Obama and Jennifer Aniston become the new
canoodling and like
oh yeah
parts,
they were seen, and they get all those reports of they were seen at raving in a nightclub in Los Angeles.
Just call us Baraniston.
Oh, there's just no way. Although, my goodness, would that be hilarious?
Again, you know how Daily Mail is. A lot of times they come
For
up
the
with
show,
these
I hope
reports.
it's happening.
Well, yeah, but for real life, you hope it's not because you don't want them to. When it comes to marriage, Autumn, she says that's sacrosanct, man. You don't mess with you don't mess with that. You just,
Divorce is not a good thing.
You took your vows in front of people, right, Autumn?
That's right. Yes, and the fact that anyone would go back on their word like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump, what should we do with him?
I don't know. But by the way,
lock him up.
That's exactly what your husband said to me. Your ex-husband. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's right. That's you. That's your life. That's different.
That's just like. Do you remember there was someone online that was complaining? It was some girl, everything's dumb, and she was talking about people who name their kids after places like Paris or whatever, and they were like, "Isn't your daughter's name Brooklyn?" She's like, yeah, but we did that because
we had good reasons to do that.
Yeah, so it's different for me. Nobody else should get divorced.
Yeah.
They're losers otherwise.
Yeah, your vows were different than the other ones.
Yeah, mine were like, meh. Yeah, forever until maybe.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
We are here with the CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, with the new calendar year upon us, I want to propose a what-if question to you and get your reaction. So, Matt, what if we finally go into a recession this year? Now what?
I want to say market volatility, probably not as bad a thing as you might think. Volatility actually creates opportunity. And so if your plan is to try to time the market, you're going to time when you get in and when you get out, trying to avoid some future recession, I'd say good luck. That's really difficult to do. A better strategy would just be to assume that a recession is coming and then make sure that you're comfortable riding out that storm and riding out that market downturn. If you're not actually comfortable with those feelings, if you're not comfortable riding it out, then I would say, okay, might be time to take some risk off the table.
Matt, we know you don't have that crystal ball, but it's always important to have a plan for the what-ifs in life. I got one more for you. What if I'm ready to make the call? How can I reach out to you and the team at the Vincent Financial Group?
I would love it if you called us today. Our number, 770-280-1488. Again, 770-280-1488. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and try to learn all about you. You might bring in a big folder with some statements. We may not even open those statements because that first meeting is all about who you are, where you're going, what's important to you, and how can we help keep you out of the two ditches on the side of the road, fear and greed, and get you to the retirement plan that you want for yourself.
That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation, no cost, no obligation from the team at the Vincent Financial Group, 770-280-1488. And we invite you to join us for Retire ATL, Sundays at 6 p.m. right here on WSB.
By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities, offered through Matthew Decker, Georgia Insurance License Number 2880209. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.
Christina Edwards here. If your home is like mine, it is built on our famous Georgia red clay, which absorbs moisture and is very slow to dry out. It can cause a drainage issue in your crawl space, potentially growing mold and producing that musty smell. But call my friends at American Crawl Space Solutions. They will walk you through the issue and only suggest the repairs you need to solve the problem. Visit AmericanCrawlSpaceSolutions.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story: President Trump sworn in as the nation's 47th president.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Trump delivering his inaugural speech in the Capitol Rotunda.
Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization.
President Trump is expected to take more than 200 executive actions on day one, including declaring an emergency at the southern border and a national energy emergency. Atlanta Republicans gather to watch Trump's inauguration.
It's just a great day to be an American.
Gary Richardson, one of dozens who turned out at the Hudson Grill to watch the swearing in of America's 47th president. They say they're looking forward to the next 4 years. In preparation for freezing temperatures and winter weather expected in Georgia, Governor Kemp declares a state of emergency. Unlike the last winter storm, this one expected to have more of an impact on areas of central and south Georgia. Schools closed on Tuesday already. Coweta County, Henry County, Griffin, Spalding County, and Newton County. For a full list, go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. Snow's expected in South Georgia, including in Savannah. Chicago resident Karen Edmonds says she wasn't expecting this when she visited the Georgia coast.
If you're in Savannah, you might want to stay home because you're not prepared for the weather like we are in Chicago. You throw salt out and you can drive anywhere.
Coastal areas from Houston to North Carolina's Outer Banks are in for several inches of snow. Visitors flock to historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta for Martin Luther King Day.
My parents were civil rights activists, and history is everything. So I'm here to celebrate King Memorial. I'm here to celebrate American history.
Diana Darris is among hundreds braving the cold temperatures to honor Dr. King's legacy. Join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special one-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King here on 95.5 WSB. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Chinwei.
In Gwinnett, we got a crash knocking out the left lane on I-85 southbound near Pleasant Hill Road. Exit 104 causing you some delays. And a little further south in DeKalb, we got a crash taking out the right lane. Looks like a tractor trailer involved on I-285 northbound just before I-20 exit 46, causing you some delays coming around that curve. I'm Chinwei Maponya Cook, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies, but staying cold today. High near 30. Lows tonight in the upper teens to low 20s. Tomorrow, cloudy with snow showers, a dusting to up to half an inch of snowfall expected for the metro region. Daytime high 34. Wednesday staying cold. Morning low 16. Afternoon high 35.
Right now it is 26 in Woodstock, 32 in Sewanee, and 29 in Union City. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
At Cigna Healthcare, it's not just about getting healthy. It's about staying healthy. That's why we're designing a better way to treat obesity, starting with ensuring that those who need GLP-1s have access to them. But everyone is different, so we support them in many different ways, like helping them see a nutritionist.
Keep it up. You're doing great.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. George Stein has been a personal and professional friend for decades. He literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. I trust him, and you can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Maximize every space in your home and get organized with Artisan Custom Closets. From master closets to pantries, mudrooms, and garages, Artisan will collaborate with you to design an affordable and luxurious space tailored to your needs. Visit ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
When the weather is at its worst,
We're looking at potentially 48 consecutive hours with temperatures below freezing.
we're at our best.
Prepare for this Arctic and prolonged cold.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Several surface streets are shut down around the metro.
Tune in often for the latest.
Right now, more than 900 flights are canceled or delayed at Hartsfield.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
Oh, shucks.
Golly.
Gosh darn it.
Dagnabbit.
All right. Our intrepid reporter in Washington, D.C., ostensibly at the inauguration, but then it got moved indoors. Ladies and gentlemen, George Clark from Washington, D.C. George, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
I've seen some photos that you've been putting up, and you seem rather lonely. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot of big crowds outside.
Right. So you're correct. I haven't been with many big crowds. I did start the morning kind of near the Capital One Arena, and that was really the biggest center for excitement and action. But it was kind of an anxious energy. Everybody was trying to get through the concentric squares of fencing and stuff and get in, and lots of lines and vendors screaming and stuff. It wasn't kind of the block party vibe.
Oh, so now, by the way, could anybody go there, or do you have to have tickets? Because they did this at the last minute. So how do they? Are these? Just
I was a little confused.
Yeah.
It seemed like yesterday people thought you would have to have a ticket to get in there, but from what I could tell, they were kind of waving people into the line willy-nilly. So I think it was more so a first come, first serve.
I got you. Because what can that place hold? Probably like State Farm or something.
probably
like
20,000. Yeah,
20,000.
Yeah.
Does it? And
Yeah.
at least this time, we're not going to have any arguments about how big the crowd was. We know exactly. But so, does it seem to you that a lot of people, once it was moved indoors, decided, I'm not coming to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, that was kind of the conversation that kept coming up. Is this is way less exciting, or they knew people that didn't come because of it. And yeah, that is people are disappointed.
So now the parade is going to be indoors, which I'm not exactly sure how that. I wish you could get in there, because I would love to know what it's like to see a parade indoors, because I never have before.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what that would really, maybe like a halftime, like at the Atlanta Hawks game sort of vibe, like trampolines and.
No, I think it's going to be more like if you could they just march in and they circle around in like a horseshoe and then march back out. That's the only thing I can imagine.
That sounds exciting.
It does.
Yeah, if I were Trump, I'd be like, can we skip it?
Yeah.
We don't need to do this.
Let's get to work. First of all, I think the parade is the most boring part of every inauguration. And every time a president is sitting there behind the bulletproof glass and everything, they just look so boring, like they're bored. And what they have to do, because everybody who's coming through, it's important to them that they're in the parade. So it's a faux pas if any time the president's not actually giving his attention to the parade. And the parade, as I recall, sometimes goes on for like 2 hours.
It's that long?
Remember the one at the end of the Obama one where they ended up having, like, NASA had like this there was some kind of weird rover thing with almost like a robot on the end of it. It got weird. It just got weird. I don't think it's anything NASA's ever actually used, but it's the time to show things off. So when did you get to D.C., George?
So I got to D.C. Saturday morning. Yes.
And how was your very cheap and friendly flight?
So I'm in Anacostia, which is pretty hood, ghetto kind of area.
Okay.
But it's nice enough. I've made it safe, and I've been able to travel through Anacostia safely, but it's not the highlight of the D.C. area.
You're saying that you're not staying at the Ritz.
No, that's true.
Well, this is good. You're 31 years of age. You need to learn how to navigate situations, social situations. Perhaps
He's staying at the Grits, not the Ritz.
He's at the Grits. He's at the.
There are some Trump supporters that came out this morning, and there was one that was passed out on the couch.
Oh.
And then they all woke up. They seemed to wake up at around like 4:30 in the morning to head out, and I heard them kind of gathering at that time. I didn't go quite that early, but
yeah, you
there
weren't.
was some passion, impassioned people.
Yeah, but were they getting up to go to the arena? Is that what they were doing? They were
I assume so. I assume that they're trying to get an early spot in line. Yeah, so I kind of perused about the arena, saw the action there. There was one set of protesters that were shouting about anti-fascism, and they attempted to light either an American flag on fire or a Trump flag on fire, and a Trump supporter jumped in and snatched it away and ran away. That was kind of the most action I saw around the arena.
That was so. Now, where were you actually when the president was sworn in and gave his speech? Were you outside watching it on a video with a bunch of other people?
So I was watching it on my phone on a bus. Yeah.
Well, that trip to D.C. really seems to have paid off.
Yeah, so I like I said, I kind of walked around the arena. I decided that wasn't really where I wanted to be. It was a little too kind of anxious and lots of crowds and stuff. So I left there. I walked kind of the length of the mall down to the Capitol looking for, maybe a Jumbotron that they had set up or kind of a viewing area or something. There was nothing like that at all.
Really? I think they didn't want to encourage anybody to be outside because is it really as cold as they say it was going to be?
It was. I mean, it was cold, but yesterday it was freezing and there was freezing rain and stuff. But it could have been outside. It felt like.
Okay,
I think so too. I was thinking that today.
Yeah, you live in Autumn lives in the same area, pretty much, Crofton, Maryland. So you felt like today was an inaugurable day. Could have been done.
Sure, it was cold.
Yeah.
The wind. There's a little bit of a wind, and it's like a very cold wind.
Yeah.
But it's not like insane.
You got to remember that many of the dignitaries on the dais are over 80 years of age.
That's true. Their little bones can't handle it. They're all on blood thinners.
Now, George, is it possible? Are you going to be able to get into anything later tonight? Like I see, like Nelly and I think Rascal Flatts. I saw some of these.
Rascal Flatts.
You've got shows that are going to be going on in DC. Are you going to be able to go to any of these?
You be able to have.
I don't think so. I don't have any plans or tickets to do any of that stuff. But I'll kind of peruse around and.
Did he run?
You got to run into Shelley Winter. Have you run into Shelley Winter? He knows people. He knows Republicans.
I could probably get you in a place where. Yeah, I mean, what's your number?
Is he giving you the cold shoulder? What's that? You?
No. He sent me a link to some sort of watch party for today, and it was $47, and it's like for Kentucky Republicans or something like that.
If you want to start flexing your muscles and having some power in the Republican Party in the state of Kentucky.
Hey, you want to hang out with a bunch of fat white people?
Got to enjoy the bourbon from the bluegrass state.
Right.
Did he run into his girlfriend, Laura Loomer?
Oh, yeah. Have you run into the future Mrs. Clark, Laura Luna?
When we talked about her on Friday, I did send a text out and say, I'll be in D.C. We met in Atlanta. You gave me your number. Nothing. I got
nothing.
She ghosted you. Oh, no.
Snobby.
Ghosted by a weirdo.
Maybe for the best.
How dare she? So, I've been exposed to her. Through her media, and I know you. And I'm here to say, she shouldn't be ghosting you.
That's right.
You're the sane one in that relationship.
Well, I appreciate that, Eric.
The idea that she's
get her to lay off the bronzer.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you can give her the tips. Look, Autumn wants to speak to her. Tim wants to speak. And it sounds to me like they just want to help. Seems to me like they care.
Now, so George, if you're not going to any of these shows that are going on tonight, like what is your tentative plan as of right now?
He's just going to sit in the middle of the square and freeze his behind off.
I did. I walked over I got the train over to the Watergate Hotel. So I'm actually inside the Watergate Hotel as we speak.
Wow.
Hello.
Yeah. It's cool. They've got it all 60s, 70s decked out, and there's a whiskey bar here.
Now, are you officially loitering? If you're found out, will you be kicked out? Do you have to buy a bourbon to be able to stay?
No, the bar is open to the public, and I've co-opted the library for this call.
Oh, very nice. That's nice. By the library, of course, you mean the bathroom.
The Lincoln Library.
There's a small library here.
It sounds to me like you're kind of all dressed up with nowhere to go. A little bit.
That does feel, yes, that is the vibe. Yeah.
You flew there.
I'm looking for something, some person to hang out with, something to do. Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on.
And Shelley, everything that he has costs $47, and you got to talk to
and I did call him yesterday evening, and his phone must have been dead or something. But, so I'll attempt to call
He's
him
getting
today.
ghosted by Shelley as well as
No.
Laura Loomer.
I was hanging out with the Eastern Tennessee Republican
Old Ladies
Old
Club.
Ladies Coalition. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Go see what you can see, and I want to keep up with your day. You know what? I know this goes against like normally be like we got to find stuff for George, find somebody, but no. Even if nothing happens, I want you to continually check in with us today because I want to know how your day in D.C. is going.
And have fun, man, while you're out there. Enjoy being out there.
I've been going to the bars in the evenings and stuff. I met a NBC tech writer last night. That was interesting somewhat interesting. Although he didn't have the insight that I was hoping he would have. But
you try to pull like an O'Keefe on him or something. You try to get him to start saying stuff.
He met him on Grindr.
All right, George, you're our correspondent. You're our boots on the ground. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
I'll stay in touch. All right.
All right.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
When you open a garage door, you realize we live in magical times. People used to live in huts made from dung. Now we have houses so big there's a special door on the front so you can drive your car right inside. And the door opens itself by magic when you're still half a block away. Imagine telling that to the townsfolk who had to yank open the castle drawbridge with a giant chain every time the king felt like a stroll. So why doesn't your garage door do all the magical, wonderful things we've worked 4.5 billion years to invent? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. We repair broken or stubborn garage doors and get them working like new. Better parts, fresh lubrication, full service, good as new. Magical times. You don't have to live every day with an awesome thing that isn't awesome just because it needs to be fixed. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Magical times.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
This holiday season, it's all about gratitude. This is Scott Slade, and to share in that spirit, I'd like to share a few heartfelt thank yous my friends at MyLand have received recently.
I was in such a financial bind with heavy credit card debt dating back to COVID. Mylan went above and beyond to save me over $500 per month and eliminated the high interest rates on my credit cards. What a relief. I will be referring my family and friends to Mylan. Thank you.
Folks, I could read testimonials and stories like this for days. If you haven't taken the time to call MyLand to see what options are available for you to save money with your refinance, you need to set aside a few minutes and do just that. Call MyLand, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com, spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
When the weather is at its worst,
It'll be just the beginning of the weather we're going to get.
we're at our best.
Tracking a blast of very cold air.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Crash now shutting down Holcomb Bridge Road entirely.
Tune in often for the latest.
Temperatures down into the teens to low 20s.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
Got all these boring events you have to attend. Your first day of being president, these luncheons.
Tell me about it.
And I have to say, just seeing that, I like the outfit Melania's wearing, but sitting next to it, it's just like, I just get this David Bowie vibe. This, The return of the thin white Duke, throwing darts in lovers' eyes.
You know that hat is as sharp as a razor blade the whole way around. So if I get in too close, I'll get nicked.
Smart.
Yeah, that was an odd attempt at a kiss earlier. Where that hat was like only
do
so
it.
far.
I was like, hey.
Was it-
only so far, pal?
Was it more awkward than the RNC kiss? Because remember, that one was very awkward.
This was
too.
more awkward because the hat was making it
blocked
a
it, yeah.
problem, and then they're trying to do the kiss where they don't mess up each other's makeup or something, and then the hat on top of it, just like really made it. At least the Clintons used to pretend.
They're better actors.
Hey, they got to go out there and pretend like.
How come I still have to? Why? It's not fair.
Now, people were also claiming, and I don't know if I believe this or not, but they were claiming that Barron is now rocking the Trump kind of golden glow, the orange kind of look.
What?
Yeah, they were saying
No,
that
he's
Barron
not.
looked like he was rocking it a little bit.
No way.
No, he looked pale as hell.
He's what is he? 18?
Yeah, he's a freshman in college.
I did notice that the hair's starting to go early with
young
I
Barron.
wasn't sure if that was or it was just his hairstyle, because his hairstyle was like slicked
Yeah,
back.
I don't know. As somebody who unfortunately passes along to his child, I can see it when Dad passes along the balding areas.
Do you feel guilty?
Yes, it's all my fault.
I'll
But
get him
I
in-
didn't invent the world. How is that? I don't feel guilty about anything.
I'm going to get him into a perfect system before he starts losing it.
Yeah.
Hymns.
You're getting him into hymns.
Hymns.
The dude is so tall almost that no one will notice.
That's true.
But we'll see if Barron goes through a Von Hessler phase of wearing hats for years upon years, or whether he'll just accept it.
I said, I don't want you to look like Jeff Bezos.
This time. And how about his crazy looking? Is she his wife now?
Yeah, they're right there. They're showing them.
Oh, my
All the rich men.
Lauren Sanchez.
All the rich people.
Yeah. All the tech barons.
Zuck.
Behind him. They're
Well,
all
there's
just
one
Tim
shot.
Cook standing there like. Tim Cook hates Trump.
I know.
It's just like
this
he's
is the best.
I mean,
I love it.
unless he's full of it over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
I would argue that's
he's
the
not
case.
a fan. You think he was just full of
They're
it?
kissing up to power. Why Zuckerberg hated Trump 4 years ago, and now I love him.
Let's you want to do the word of the day before we get out of here?
Well, I was going to show you this image here. So next to there's one point where Zuckerberg is next to Lauren Sanchez, and he clearly makes a look down, when he's looking at
Yeah, he's like, "What's this? What? What factory in Taiwan was this human being assembled
Did you
in?
see this, Tim? Oh my God. He's checking her out. She fell apart. Don't look at her, Zuck.
And you know what?
She's Medusa.
That's exactly. There will be no jealousy from Jeff Bezos because that's exactly why she's there.
Yes.
To make Mark Zuckerberg go, how come I'm still with my high school sweetheart who's so much better looking than your concoction that's been created
In a factory.
in a factory somewhere?
Jeff Bezos brought his real doll.
Do we have time to do word of the day?
let's
Let's
do
do
it.
word of the day.
Word of the day.
Peripatetic.
Peripatetic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It certainly is.
Peripatetic.
Peripatetic. Peripatetic.
Peripatetic.
I always thought it was like just moving around. It's kind of that is it, but so when it's a noun, it's a person who travels from place to place, and then secondarily, an Aristotelian philosopher. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
When it's an adjective, because that's what he did, right? He walked around and spread the knowledge.
And said blah, blah,
And
blah.
he said blah blah blah, and they said, you know what? That's dangerous. You're gonna have
Peripatetic.
we're gonna have to kill you. And then as an adjective,
An adjective.
as an adjective, as an traveling from place to place, in particular working or based in various places for relatively short periods, businessman.
Like
and then,
George.
And then Aristotle shows up again. Yeah, George is being peripatetic
I guess.
this weekend to a certain degree. Now, that was not the host using the word the way the word has to be used.
Got it. Okay.
In a natural and organic way before 7 p.m.
So I will keep the box unchecked by word of the day on my sheet here.
You keep that box unchecked. By the way, that's one of my resolutions for 2025. The von Hessler doctrine is going to leave many boxes unchecked in the year 2025. I'm surprised Trump didn't bring it up in the inauguration.
Well, I was, but we'll talk about it when we come back.
We're gonna stop checking boxes.
No more box checking.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
All the notifications you need.
The story developing in Marietta.
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
We're following breaking news in Atlanta.
All in one place.
The 95.5 WSB app.
Download it today. WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
News.
Weather.
Traffic. 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top story, President Trump sworn in for a second term.
CBS News special report. President Trump promised to usher in a golden age for America during his inaugural address.
From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world.
The 47th president said we will be the envy of every nation.
During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
At the traditional luncheon at Statutory Hall, Trump hinted at pardon January 6th defendants.
I was going to talk about the J6 hostages, but you'll be happy because, you know, it's action, not words that count.
Before leaving Joint Base Andrews for California, former President Joe Biden told his supporters to keep fighting.
We have a lot more to do. We heard the inaugural address today. You know, we got a lot more to do.
Biden issued last-minute pardons to several of his family members. CBS News special report. I'm Michael Wallace.
Dozens of local Republicans gathered to watch the Trump inauguration at a party in Midtown Atlanta.
The crowd outside the Hudson Grill went silent as Trump took the oath of office.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Some people, like Susie Welch, were overcome by the ceremony.
It's a history-making moment.
Trump's speech garnering rounds of applause from the crowd here. Denise Lasorte says she liked the address.
I thought it was very optimistic, uplifting, inspiring, and I'm excited about the future.
Everyone here telling me they are hopeful and looking forward to the next 4 years. In Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
30 degrees in Atlanta. How long do we stay below freezing, and what about snow chances?
Not everybody's going to get snow tomorrow, and what I mean by that is that some of our northern suburbs, the best you'll get are flurries, but everybody is impacted by this cold.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A number of schools already announcing they are closed tomorrow. Coweta County, Henry County, Griffin, Spalding County, and Newton County are all closed. Virtual learning in Rockdale County. For a full list, go to WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. Governor Kemp declaring a state of emergency for all of Georgia in preparation for freezing temperatures and winter weather expected tomorrow. The state of emergency runs through next Tuesday, January 28th. There are 128 counties under a winter storm watch from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning. Road crews are preparing for another winter storm threat, but this one is a bit different.
Usually it's Metro Atlanta and North Georgia expecting winter weather, but this time South Georgia could get it worse. So the DOT's Natalie Dale says it's a true statewide prep plan.
We are treating and focusing on over 6,000 lane miles of interstates alone for this, and that's the equivalent of treating 2 lanes from New York to LA.
And whatever falls from the sky isn't the only possible problem. She says with extended freezing temperatures this week, other issues like burst underwater pipes could lead to frozen roads. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Airlines, including Atlanta-based Delta, are allowing passengers to change their plans this week due to the winter weather. Delta, Southwest, and Frontier are offering waivers for people traveling to, from, and through Atlanta today and tomorrow, along with other southern cities that may be impacted. Parades, service projects, and speeches today honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., including the King Day service at Ebenezer Baptist Church.
The service at New Ebenezer, across the street from the historic church where Dr. King preached. Diana Darris says it's important to remember his sacrifices and his vision for the world.
The dreams that King expressed to us all need to be kept alive.
Jimmy Robinson travels every year from South Carolina to honor the King legacy.
To try to live like Martin, to have that courage to stand up for justice. So that's why I've been coming ever since 1978.
Hundreds of people braving frigid temperatures to be part of the celebration. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And join us tonight at 7 for a special one-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. College football crowns its national champion tonight at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Notre Dame facing Ohio State. The Irish looking for their first national title in 36 years. The Buckeyes last won it all back in 2014. Kickoff at 7:30. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and in the 24-hour traffic center now, here is Kobe Dawkins.
And Bill, we're dealing with the travel advisory in Gwinnett County, I-85 southbound near Pleasant Hill Road, exit 1 over. That crash knocks out your HOT lane and 2 left lanes. Your delays start before Highway 316. Use Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. And still in DeKalb County, 285 westbound, over in DeKalb County, 285 westbound the outer loop before North Peachtree Road, exit 30. Lots of debris across multiple left lanes. Traffic slows at Buford Highway. Stay to the right if you can. And how's the ride in the heart of the city, Chinway?
Right now, we're stacked and packed on the downtown connector. 85 southbound, you're slow beginning before Peachtree Street. 75 south, slow at 85. And then you're head in for a long, slow ride to I-20. Coming back the other way, I-75, 85 northbound. You are hitting the brakes from University Avenue, exit 244, all the way up to Ralph McGill Boulevard. I'm Chinway Maponia Cook, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Despite the sunshine, temperatures won't climb above freezing today with an afternoon high near 30, lows tonight in the upper teens to low 20s. Tomorrow, daytime high 34, but with the majority of the day around freezing, snow showers are to be expected. Anywhere from a dusting to about half an inch of snowfall possible across the metro region. Anything that falls to the ground will stick due to the freezing conditions. Wednesday morning, low 16, sunny skies Wednesday afternoon, high 35.
It's 31 in Decatur, 29 in Johns Creek, 31 in Hampton. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So we have this, it's just going to get colder and colder for a while. Is tomorrow the big day of cold?
Tomorrow is the big day of cold.
I got all my battery backups ready to go.
It's going to be very cold. But, Eric, please allow me to interrupt you because
Mr.
beginning right now, the Von Hessler Doctrine will be speaking with Bill Crane. It will happen quickly. And it will be very efficient. No more ignoring Bill Crane.
I don't think we've had him on plenty of times.
But
in the
it is
last
official now because I have decreed it to
You've
be.
decreed it. You said so.
I signed the bill.
It's happening
or
right
whatever
now.
you call it, an EO.
You signed him?
They signed the executive order.
I
All right.
signed it.
It's right here on my arm.
That's right.
And I don't care what you called me on the whatever.
Aren't you glad to see me, Mr. President?
You're in a good mood. You're in a good mood today, right?
I called for more wordplay. I got to deal with the wordplay. I love it.
All right. We actually, Jared Yamamoto has just informed us that he has a Bill Crane sound.
I told you I was
can't
working.
wait.
Bill, listen, this could go either way. Jared, sometimes he's really hits it, he nails it, and other times he's 1,000 miles away. So we'll see.
I'm going to give him the benefit.
Made this in 7 minutes here, guys.
Oh.
He's WSB's political guru, and he's far from senior. It's chief political analyst Bill Crane.
He's getting up there in years, but not, we all are. We all are.
It beats the alternative, sir.
It certainly does.
I want the sound effect removed.
Okay, all right. Starting now.
It was very jarring.
When do you want us to do that?
Right
Can I
now.
use pomp and circumstance?
And quickly. That's my music.
Let's start with the inauguration.
Yes,
Bill
sir.
Crane. Bill Crane, who's some CSI Crane and is the senior or chief political analyst, WSB TV and radio. Yes?
We're not bringing in Bill to talk about Travis Scott releasing his new song during halftime.
Well, later.
Or Carrie Underwood's very strong a cappella rendition
I
of
missed
America
it.
the Beautiful.
Was there a problem? Did it go wrong? Did it go
the
south?
sound cue hit, and then like maybe 2 bars of the song, and then nothing. I'm assuming somebody lost their job today, and it was a good 2 minutes before they decided, okay, let's just go. And then she asked the Army Navy choir that was there to join her, and it was very stirring
okay.
rendition.
So
she pulled it out.
She improvised her
Yes,
way
she
through it,
did.
but somebody screwed up.
Much better than Roseanne.
I didn't see that part. Well,
was
Roseanne's
at
a
the
rapper
end.
now.
Yeah.
You can't. Do we have examples of how could you go after
Pull this
Roseanne?
up
Bill
here.
Crane, she's America's favorite white
Well, I'm
rapper.
surprised she wasn't in the room.
Yeah,
I
me too.
understand her house is gone.
This is Roseanne. Is now a rapper.
It's called Daddy's Home.
Yeah, we need all this lead up.
They try to cancel me and say that I'm a racist. Got a mean hook, they can't get me with that jab. Trying to take away my right to go and say this. Well, listen up,
I see
'cause
50
the
cents
sun
pretty
is
safe.
going bad. With the facts. Why they try
Saying
to
facts, right?
Yes. Yeah, I was a little listening in hard there for a second too.
Screw Eminem, I'm Roseanne.
Screw Eminem. I'm Roseanne.
I'm Roseanne.
It is. So
you didn't know that you wanted to hear a 70-something-year-old woman rapping.
no, I didn't know that. But
You didn't know, but now I'm doing it. I'm Roseanne.
As of right now, culturally irrelevant comedians are no longer allowed to record rap
she
songs.
helped you through this. You gonna turn on her now?
I'm not
Well,
turning
that
on her.
would
I
be
mean, I'm doing it
consistent.
for her own good.
Career enhancement.
Bill Crane.
Yes, sir.
So the inaugural speech, I found to be very interesting. Most of it was kind of, a little bit bravado. Everything's going to happen right now because I said so kind of thing. The one thing that really, and I'm wondering if most people are like this, the big question mark for me was a little vague on the details about Panama. We're going to take it back. I don't know. It's a good idea, bad idea, whatever. But let's have that part here.
And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
That was his one-off script moment. He leaned back, and his cadence changed, and that was a Trump ad lib or a rally Trump. He pretty much stuck to script the rest of the show, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the people of Panama rightly are concerned
It's
about.
like when you lay something out there, you might want to throw a ... a few details in there as to exactly.
Well, and we're also going to immediately rename the Gulf of America, which
Yeah.
is not a unilateral decision, and there are other countries that the Gulf of Mexico borders.
Well, I guess it comes down to it. Everybody can call anything whatever they want, right?
True, but there are
he can't force the United Nations to call it
but
that,
there are
right?
international navigable waters there,
Right.
and there are longitudinal and latitudinal lines and shipping lanes that have to, going into and out of the canal, as an example, have to have, some degree of understanding of in multiple languages where the shipping channels are. So
Sure.
it's not as simple as just going, I want to put a new name for branding purposes.
Granting Cuba their independence was the biggest mistake this land has ever made, and starting tomorrow, we're going to go back there.
And Trump told me he's changing your name, Bill Crane, to
What to?
Bill America or something.
Bill America.
Dude, if I get the royalties on every time the word America is spoken, that's negotiable.
Well, with Bill in front of it.
You can't say America without saying Eric. Remember that. Always remember that.
The Viking always reminds us of that.
Exactly.
According to him, he's descended from.
Absolutely, yeah. Is he from Eric the Red?
He says he's descended from Eric, who discovered America. Eric.
Okay.
That's why it's mine.
Wait a minute. I thought America was named America because of Amerigos, the guy
Amerigo
who was
Vespucci?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't he the guy? I don't know. It's very confusing.
I think when Washington chopped down the cherry tree, that's when they named it America.
Well, yes. The seeds from the cherry tree grew into America. Which
Johnny Appleseed planted
not an
that.
apple seed.
That's right.
Cherry seeds.
Absolutely.
Cherry seed.
Absolutely. So
they're red.
When you see all of these dignitaries together, I thought it's interesting that it's almost became kind of like a State of the Union speech where half the room applauds and stands up, and then half the dais doesn't move. Now, I think to some degree, some of the ex-presidents don't think that they should be seen kind of applauding. They didn't seem to applaud for anything, whereas Biden would applaud.
It was more facial reaction that you.
Yeah.
George W. Bush looked like he popped a gummy. I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple moments where he's like,
I took a couple.
He walked in winking at people, which I
Yeah, he's a winker. Like George W. Bush,
he popped a gummy.
My dad was a gooser. I'm a winker.
He points and he winks.
He does this shoulder shrug thing before he's about to say something smart.
And I noticed his face after Trump said that we were going to get Panama back, and his face seemed to be like the same as mine, which is, can we have more details? You throw something like that out there. You change the name of Gulf of Mexico, whatever. Either the world follows or they don't. No, who cares? But I would think that people might want to know exactly what the plan is.
I mean,
to
there
get
are
Panama
thousands of ships that are flagged to the nation of Panama for that reason of independence and access to the canal. The argument, besides the national security one, which you've heard, I don't need to restate, that was embedded but not spoken, is that China has negotiated lower rates, and they send the biggest cargo and the biggest super tankers through there full, which do cause more water displacement. And then when they're coming back, usually going to China, they are largely empty, and the American freighters pay that freight.
Right.
And that's the economic argument in addition
So when
to,
he's saying China runs it, what he means is China has way too much leverage.
yeah,
over
and too much advantage, and they're getting it's like
yeah.
Walmart, they're getting a better deal from the vendors, if you will. And national security in terms of what's going through there. I mean, what you could smuggle in a one cargo container is
quite dangerous.
Yes.
And so I would have to believe that he's thinking about some sort of tariff or something to force Panama to give us better deals or something like that, right?
We ceded the U.S. Naval Command, which was also part of the Canal Zone, to the country of Panama. Lots of housing, a base, etc. That's where John McCain was born.
Right.
At the back end of the Canal Treaty, as we were finishing that up in the 2000s, that base is no longer operational. My expectation is we go back there. Some of it was redeveloped by the British into a resort, but it's on the jungle, non-navigable side with the U.S. Pan American Highway.
Do we still have rights to it? I mean,
I'm assuming we insert ourselves and basically claim, as we've done with
that's going to be
Manifest
wild. If, like, the Trump administration, we go from fighting Russia and China. I know that this would be like a proxy thing with China. To
Now, it'd be more like the Falkland Islands, but
Yeah.
we could also offer upgrades which are needed. Some of the original machinery from 1917 is still in operations there in the original locks.
That's what I'm wondering what he's thinking. Like, we're actually going to get involved again and start competing in this area. And I think Trump's belief is when America decides to fully commit to competing, that we have 330 million potential customers and we can't be beat. And so that's the way that I take what he's saying. I just feel like he should have kind of filled in
There's
a little bit
there's
there.
a little
but maybe
more
the
bullying
idea,
in there
yeah.
than that. Yeah, but that and the Panamanians built the upper locks. The larger ships go through. That was funded by their government, not us.
Right. So it'll be a little more nuanced than what we heard today.
In
Just a
reality, yeah, like we're not going to deport millions, but we will see several thousand hitting the road very shortly.
Well, I think if he wants to keep the people with him, you start with known criminals,
People
gang
that are
members,
already in detention,
things
jail.
like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be against that.
Correct.
Kobe Dawkins says there's a travel advisory on 85 southbound in Gwinnett.
And that's correct. Near Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104, that crash continues to knock out your HOT lane and 2 left lanes. Starting to see delays back to Duluth Highway. Use Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. And check-in rides on the south side in the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
Right now, we're looking at some delays, 75 northbound near Beryl Gardner Parkway, exit 212, trying to see if it's an accident or just regular volume on the south side, but those delays are stretching all the way up to Jodico Road, exit 222. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for BeTheYoungerYouATL.com weight loss program. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to call 770-415-3000 right now and schedule a free consultation and receive a complimentary advanced body composition analysis. Let me tell you what that does. When I go to do my weigh-ins with BeTheYoungerYouATL.com, I found out months ago that I had high visceral fat levels around my organs, and that's a precursor to metabolic syndrome, which is high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. So, by using state-of-the-art technology, BeTheYoungerYouATL.com is able to help you trim that visceral fat around your organs, just like they did for me. I need you right now. Go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com right now or call 770-415-3000. Lose the weight, keep it off. BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. Go there now.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Woo, up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Colder weather shouldn't keep you from loving on your lawn. Install sod anytime. Soil prep and consistent watering are key. Make NG Turf your partner. They guarantee spring green up. They harvest year-round from their local farms. Shop now at ngturf.com.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack, and we are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at atlantaramjack.com.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Tiffany, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was wonderful in answering any questions I had along the way. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and it's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right. You don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Founded by hardworking Georgians in 1992, Builders provides tailored insurance solutions to safeguard workers and business owners from costly accidents. Explore reliable workers' compensation and general liability products at BLDRS.com. Builders, insurance built strong.
Bill Crane still with us. Interesting, you were saying to me that you heard a lot of apologists for the Biden administration after the inauguration. And, wait, that's not on. That microphone's not on. So,
the button worked.
Button worked, no mic that time.
And I think maybe some of the reason for this is because, according to CBS, Biden's presidency viewed negatively by most Americans. You know, he's leaving right now with this poll 37% approval overall of the job that he has done. So that might be why. That seems unbelievably low to me.
It is for a president who was considered at parts of his second term to be popular.
Right. So this is lower than any number while he was president.
So while leaving, lower than Nixon and Carter, I believe.
So maybe that's why what you saw. You said you saw what you thought was a lot of apologizing.
I saw apologizing, and I saw a lot of what a challenge it was for Vice President Harris to have 107 days.
Yeah, there's a lot of excuses.
No acknowledgement that the campaign itself might have been flawed or that the American people didn't agree with the agenda being put forward.
Or let's go, if it's the media that's doing the apologies, how about the fact that the reason she only had 107 days is because the media was carrying the water for Biden for the year previous, saying not only is he okay and you shouldn't even be questioning his behavior, he's better than ever. Let's not forget, that was the story from a lot of the media. So they can't turn around and say 107 days. If you hadn't propped this guy up for the preceding year, you probably would have had an actual primary. And I think you always have a better chance in the general.
Well,
if you have a real
any
primary
nominee. That just both parties, that's true. It
Yeah.
gives them practice.
Yeah, gives them practice, and it says, I've got a bunch of people behind me as I take this nomination, whereas she had never gotten one single vote, even prior when she ran in 2020.
Yeah, she dropped before Iowa.
She dropped before Iowa. So a lot of this is, it's very strange. I think I brought this up. I think I saw Rogan say this. It really stuck with me. You see a lot of hand-wringing on TV, CNN, MSNBC. How could this happen? How did we lose the people? And I'm pretty sure it was Rogan who said this, but it stuck with me. That what these people don't understand is it's them. People don't like them. They don't like the people who are speaking for this administration. They don't like the attitude. And I would say overall, and listen, every time a party wins the presidency, they've convinced themselves that the other side will never win again. That's not true. The pendulum swings back and forth. But I think with this one, they need new messengers. They need a new message, and they need new messengers. And if there's one thing the left needs to learn from this, it is about smugness. I'm not even talking about a policy or the culture wars or whatever, but these advocates on CNN and MSNBC did nothing but hurt their cause by coming off as so damn smug. We're so smart, and if you don't agree with us,
And we're better.
We're better. We're better people. We're on the people walk around saying things like, I'm on the right side of history. Well, first of all, you don't know that because history decides that. And so that in and of itself is being arrogant to say, I know the people 100 years from now are going to like me more than you. When, of course, that's not true. So, you speak to politicians and campaigns. What would you say to the left right now and Democrats? Because again, if you're MAGA, we won, we're never going to lose again. That's how you feel. That's not true. How does the pendulum come back? I think the first thing is they got to get off the campus and back to the factory floor, the Democrats.
Step back. Try to find where you missed in the middle. And I'm not talking about your base. Try to find out where those undecided voters that you had 4 years ago, you completely lost. Suburban women. Your shrinking numbers among African-American men, your shrinking numbers among Latin Americans all told, where are the issues of greater concern? And I do think some of it's just attitudinal. And you got to dial back. We know you don't.
Right.
We know best.
We know
You
best. And listen, we went to college. You didn't. Just leave it to us.
We went to all the best schools.
Leave it up to us. Bill Crane, how do people get more Bill Crane, CSI?
CSICrane.com, WSB Radio, One Man's Opinion, or just Google Bill Crane, political analyst, and more content than you can shake a stick at.
And all very, very good. Thank you very much, Bill Crane. Kobe Dawkins says the travel advisory remains in Gwinnett on 85 southbound.
And that's correct, Eric. 85 southbound near Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Crash continues to knock out 3 left lanes. Seeing delays stretch past Duluth Highway. Use Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. And leaving Sandy Springs, 285 westbound, the outer loop, seeing some volume leaving Riverside Drive, getting to the Cobb Cloverleaf, I-75. And watching rides getting into the northwest suburbs and the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
Well, if you're leaving the city, you'll see no delays. I-75 northbound is clear and free from 285 all the way up to 575. But if you're trying to get into the city on I-75 southbound, you are running into some yellow spots at South Marietta Loop all the way back down to the perimeter. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Take it from somebody who knows our roads are dangerous already, but they're even more dangerous in the winter. Hey, it's Smiley Mark McKay for John Foy & Associates, the Strong Arm. This time of year, it gets darker earlier. There's always a threat of rain and sometimes even black ice. If winter conditions lead to someone crashing into you, don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. Send in the Strong Arm, John Foy & Associates. The Strong Arm knows how much money you're entitled to and how to get it. There is no cost until they win. Call for your free case evaluation, johnfoy.com.
It's essential, complicated, and if it breaks, you could have a disgusting mess. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and the experts you hear on the Home Fix-It Show. Slow drains, gurgling sounds, or pooling water and odors in the yard? Don't ignore these symptoms. Call us today.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Call for more information.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Georgia farmers.
Belinda Skelton here with Dr. Ashraf with the Atlanta Vision Institute, and I'm a proud recipient of the laser optics procedure because it literally changed my life. I went from wearing glasses and contacts and not being able to see leaves on trees clearly, being tired when I read books at night, tired when I worked on the computer for long hours at a time. And I know that you hear a lot of this, Dr. Ashraf.
Yes, Belinda, I hear all these accolades all the time from patients. It is truly a life-changing procedure. This will not give you x-ray vision. However, if you want to get rid of the hassle of glasses and contacts and want to improve the quality of your life, this is a great procedure for you.
Go to 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Take the quiz. See if this procedure is a good option for you. That website again is 2020atlanta.com. Your medical insurance may cover it.
I'm John Morgan. When people stop me to ask, what's my case worth, here's what I tell them. All law firms are not the same at all. You see, the most important part of anyone's injury case is the firm you hire. The insurance company knows exactly which firms fight for full value and which firms will settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Our firm has recovered billions and billions and billions. $3 billion last year alone. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When the weather is at its worst,
colder air moving in next week,
we're at our best.
Wind chills in the single digits.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
85 northbound, you're stacked in on the wet pavement from 285 heading up toward Pleasant Hill Road.
Tune in often for the latest.
Potentially some wintry precipitation.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, President Trump's return to office. The nation's 45th president is now the 47th president.
CBS News special report. At his inauguration, President Trump previewed his upcoming executive action on immigration, saying he will declare an emergency at the southern border.
I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country.
He promises to roll back protections for transgender people. One executive order of his would declare that the federal government would recognize only two sexes.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was among those wishing Trump well in his new term, predicting, quote, the best days of our alliance are yet to come.
I look forward to working with you to return the remaining hostages, to destroy Hamas's military capabilities and end its political rule in Gaza.
Tech CEOs are also on hand, from Jeff Bezos to Mark Zuckerberg to the head of Google. CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
President Trump is critical of the outgoing president during his inaugural speech, and Kennesaw State University political scientist Kerwin Swint says Trump also struck an optimistic tone.
There was soaring rhetoric about what he's going to do, what his administration can do, announcing a new golden age of America.
Swint says Trump has a very ambitious agenda. It is 30 degrees in Atlanta. Will there be snow tomorrow? It'll definitely be cold.
The National Weather Service has upgraded the winter storm watch to a winter weather advisory for the metro Atlanta area. This will be in effect from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Governor Kemp is declaring a state of emergency as we prepare for this latest threat of wintry precipitation.
The state of emergency executive order authorizes the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency to activate the State Operations Center and mobilize any needed resources for potential impacts. Delta Airlines and Frontier Airlines have issued waivers allowing travelers some flexibility to change their flights to, from, and through Atlanta on Monday and Tuesday, as well as many Gulf Coast cities. United and Southwest are also offering waivers for travelers through Atlanta and through many other cities in the South between Monday and Wednesday. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Number of schools already announced their close tomorrow, including Coweta, Henry, Griffin, Spalding County, Newton County, and Fayette County. Virtual learning tomorrow in Rockdale and Clayton counties. For a full list, go to WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. The Georgia DOT is prepping for this second winter weather event in less than 2 weeks, and this one includes treating roads in South Georgia.
We've got freezing rain at the Georgia-Florida border expected. We've got snow in our southern counties that rarely ever see snow.
The Georgia DOT's Natalie Dale says they're treating over 6,000 miles of interstate alone. This winter storm could bring rare snow to South Georgia as well as the Florida and Alabama Gulf Coast. Tom Tyler is Emergency Management Director in Mobile.
Bridges and overpasses, as you know, are the most treacherous places to have during any kind of winter storm event. So we take very big precautions in keeping the roads open and keeping them safe.
4 or more inches of snow could fall in places including Houston, New Orleans, Biloxi, Mississippi, Pensacola, and Tallahassee, Florida. Across metro Atlanta today, people are celebrating Martin Luther King Day at Ebenezer Baptist Church. Victoria Sejo says Dr. King's legacy highlights peace and goodwill, which she says we need right now.
Diversity, inclusion, empowerment, patience,
looking out for your fellow man.
Hundreds in attendance brave frigid cold temperatures to take part. And join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special 1-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is now 4:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins now with Kobe Dawkins.
And Bill, travel advisory remains in Gwinnett County, I-85 southbound near Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. That crash knocking out your HOT lane and 2 left lanes. Seeing brake lights stretch almost to Sugarloaf Parkway. Use Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. And looking at rides on the downtown connectors, 75, 85 northbound and southbound, you're a little sluggish from I-20 to 17th Street. And tracking rides on I-20 in the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, here's Chinway.
West Expressway not looking too shabby. I-20 westbound, you're seeing some minor slowdowns once you hit 285. Other than that, speed limit. And on the east side, you are seeing some delays once you hit Panola Road, I-20 eastbound around exit 71. You're slowing and going on the way to Stonecrest. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures falling into the upper teens, low 20s tomorrow morning. Cloudy skies tomorrow afternoon with snow showers mainly along south of I-20, up to about half an inch of snowfall expected for Metro Atlanta. Daytime high 34, dropping down to the teens again on Wednesday morning.
It's 32 in Hapeville, 33 in Covington, and 30 in Beaufort. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way for you to get better care. And that starts with being there to support you around the clock. When you call or text, we'll always answer with 24/7 access to mental health clinicians, and we'll call you too. With a 100% follow-up rate to make sure you have everything you need. Whatever works best for you, works best for us. We're really just here to help you get better. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Know your rights before you're stopped. Print your free DUI rights card at georgestein.com.
This is Andy Harris, President of Coosa Valley Credit Union, with a personal invitation for you to join our newest branches in Woodstock, Canton, or Dallas. We've been in business in Northwest Georgia for 70 years, and we're proud to now offer kinder banking to Cobb, Cherokee, and Paulding County, where you'll always speak to a real person. With 11 locations, Coosa Valley Credit Union is always local and nearby. Experience kinder banking and stop in a Coosa Valley Credit Union branch near you. If the last few years have taught us one thing as we head into another year, it's to value the things we can control. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. Addressing hair loss, no exception. Our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration can reverse years or even decades of hair loss with their simple one-day treatment. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and your new hair guaranteed to grow for life. It works for bald spots, receding hairlines, thinning, men, women, younger, wiser. Advanced Hair's top-rated physicians have changed tens of thousands of lives, and now it's your turn. Schedule your free consultation by calling 470-660-HAIR, and to celebrate the new year, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Value the things you can control and start regrowing your own natural hair today. That's 470-660-HAIR, or discover what meeting your resolution could look like with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
I know it's a long day, President Trump. I know.
Well, I got to go to all these places and do all of these things today. I got to go to Capital One Arena, and it's a little tiresome.
It's for heaven's sakes, you're president, right? We have to. Although you love it, you like being celebrated.
All right, I like it a little bit. I like it a little bit, but it's just one thing after the other. I got to be busy now.
Yeah,
From this moment on, America's decline is over.
Over. It is over.
Yes, Queen.
Slay Queen. By the way, nobody's talking about the fact that I saved TikTok.
I'm not real sure what's going to happen here. So TikTok did actually go out.
It did.
For 14 hours or something?
Yeah, Saturday night.
I couldn't go to the bathroom all weekend.
I was, I remember
How am I going to, I got to be able to scroll.
Yeah. At one point,
it's like part of getting the digestion going, get the movement going.
We were at a bar in Asheville, and at one point we looked around the room and we saw all these people trying to access TikTok on their phone. They couldn't do it.
Isn't that sad that people act the same everywhere?
all the time. I mean, you would think, maybe one person would be affected by it, but you look around and like everybody's like, what happened?
Well, I think people,
I didn't hear nothing. What?
I think people were so surprised that the ban actually went into place because
I
the
think
message it was
TikTok,
giving was odd.
They did it themselves.
They did it themselves. And also the platforms did it because when Trump sort of released that announcement that I've got a deal going, don't worry about it, he was trying to tell everyone that they'd be legally fine, that the middle people. But I think they looked at it and said, well, those are nice words and everything, but we don't see that we're necessarily protected by those words. So it was easier for TikTok just to take it off, not put people in harm's way, since they obviously knew that this kind of deal was made. But I'm not sure what the deal is. Is it just a 90-day punt? Is it just like there's something? Some people think he has the right to give it 90 days. And obviously Biden did as well, because Biden said we're not going to spend the last few hours.
The rumor is that Oracle is going to get a 50% stake in it, and then ByteDance can keep 50%. That way they don't have to divest themselves completely.
Right. My understanding is this, though, and this is great. By the way, this is one of the great things that people who are known to be good negotiators do. So my understanding is that in reality, there's already 50% owned.
Yeah.
It's not something that has to be done from the ground up. It's somewhere between 40 to 60% owned by American entities already. And so it's just a matter of maybe changing some wording around, maybe making that more official. But the reality is, I think it's kind of just exactly the same as it was before. But there are some questions as to whether or not he can do this, because this was a congressional act led by Republicans, as I
signed
recall.
by the president and confirmed by the SCOTUS.
So I think that he probably has more. This is probably about a 90-day punt kind of thing, and that's still questionable whether he has the right, but some people think he does have the right to do that. He can't just turn it around with an executive order. It's got to be dealt with.
Well, what was so interesting, too, is you could obviously tell what side ByteDance was on, because when the app turned back on, or I guess the message here, I took a screenshot of it because I'm like, listen to this here. It says, welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the United States. You can now continue and create blah, 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 blah. But Trump's right
you're
there.
behind bigly there, Bal.
Well, I love TikTok. Forget the fact that 4 years ago I wanted to get rid of it, but it's fantastic. They told me how much. Elon told me it's great.
Barron loves it.
Well, that's, I mean, come on.
So you were in Asheville, North Carolina?
That's right.
Over the weekend.
Had a nice long weekend.
And I got to tell you, I didn't want to tell you this when you were telling me this story off air, but there's a little bit of ageism in this little story from Jared Yamamoto. He and his wife were grossed out over the weekend.
Disgusted.
Disgusted. Because you went to a brewery.
Yeah, so we're out there supporting Asheville.
So you're in Asheville. It's a small town. What, 17 to 25 breweries in that small town?
I'd say around there. I mean, a lot of them, again, we were really going out there to support them since Hurricane Helene. I mean,
Sure.
they have not come back yet. So it was
I like
not.
the fact that as alcoholics, you've decided, we have to do our part.
That's right.
We need to get back
Go
up
out
there,
there, spend our
and
money.
spend our alcohol dollars.
Go out
I
there,
like it.
buy
I like
some
it.
beer, have a good time out there, and you bounce around to these breweries, and we sat down at one brewery, and all of a sudden, like we had gotten food and a beer. And I just kept hearing the sound like out of the corner, and these people.
It's like the sound I heard in that steam room.
Yeah, it was
so many years
it
ago.
was awful. It just was a.
Yeah, that's about it. That's
They were
about
making
it.
out. There's nothing wrong with
in
that.
the corner. No. It wasn't just making out. So I look around the corner to see what's going on, and it's a couple that's obviously like 45 and up. They're in between 45 to 50 years old.
The reason this was
That's
disgusting.
only like 2 years older than me.
The
so
reason that this
continue.
was disgusting to the Yamamotos, so many times the age, like if they had been 23 doing this, it would have seemed natural, maybe a little bit odd. But when you're above 40, you should not be taken
You
by
should not
romance
be doing
in the
this,
moment.
especially in the middle of a brewery.
So it was more than that. They had their hands in
Yeah,
places.
well, okay, so I look at-
let me trust me with this language.
I can do
on
it.
my
I promise.
show. Okay.
I promise. Tell me
This
if I
is
go.
my show,
If
all
I
right?
go too far, I will protect the shield. But I look over
Yo.
and I notice that these two 45-year-olds, the lady has got her hand down the guy's pants.
Yeah.
And he's at full attention. And
Yeah.
I see All of it
I mean,
right
he's
there.
looking around the room.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's not paper over the part that really, because when you mentioned this to me, the fact that they were over 40 years of age came up 3 or 4 times.
Yes, over 40.
So if they were 23,
Yeah, because it really should be anybody that is doing that.
No,
is
no.
inappropriate and weird.
Not if you're involved in ageism, which Jared Yamamoto is, because what you're really kind of saying is if they were 23, you would have gone, that's not proper, but laugh it off.
The hands,
exactly,
silly
that's what I'm
kids.
saying.
The hands were inappropriate for all
No, Jared,
ages.
we're saying that's fine, but the fact that you continue to mention how
The
old they
age.
are, that's the problem.
By the way, you're going to be 36 in a few weeks.
That's true.
All right, so this is a group you're about to join. At
I
what point
know,
is-
I'm like 3 years away from that, so it's like, is that so old?
And how many years away is it? Oh man, it was inappropriate for him to be there at that festival. He's like 42 years old. Like
He's
you're
already at
heading
that
in.
age.
That's what I'm saying. You're heading toward that already. You are going to be on the other side of this ageism very soon.
I recognize that. Self-awareness is important. And at that point, when you're 46 years old and 47 years old in a brewery
they've
in
gone
Asheville.
from over 40 to both 45 to being 46 and
to
47.
51 and 52.
When you're 116 years old and you're making out,
Now that would be
dusty
all
old
right.
bones.
Well, remove your teeth first.
Yeah.
At that point, when you're sucking face in the middle of a brewery in Asheville, just
With the
take it
hands
home.
going.
And the hands are going in
What
the pants.
brewery was it?
I'm not
Don't
going to
say
divulge
the
that.
name.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get them in trouble. It's a good
Sexiest
brewery,
brewery. It was in a strip club.
Yeah.
Here's the greatest part. So then he said he couldn't eat.
I couldn't eat my
He
pizza.
couldn't eat his
Get
pizza,
out.
and he couldn't
What?
drink.
No, how
He
can you eat
couldn't
pizza, Tim, when you're...
drink.
I could eat.
Yeah, I can eat too.
I would go, hey, good job over there. I'm
I
gonna
know, like pizza in a show.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you're eating. I'm eating. We're all
Yeah,
eating.
everybody's got their hand in the pot.
So he says. So then they left and they went to another brewery.
We went to the brewery right next door because we're like, all right, this is too much for me. So we quickly chugged our
My
beers
little eyes can't handle it.
and went over.
Old
Well, it was more
people.
like my little ears couldn't handle it because
And
of all
disgusting.
the disgusting
They were
sounds
like
coming from them.
45 years old.
That's so gross,
And
man.
So we go to the
That's
brewery.
90. If you put them together, that's
Yeah.
90.
I would have been
my
like, look at
God,
those
that's
young
even
people
worse.
over there.
We went to the brewery right next door, and what ends up happening? Of course, Sucky comes over right next door, and they start doing the same thing again in the other brewery.
They were stalking you.
They were. They
It
wanted
was
to
right
make sure.
that you were upset. That was part of their kink.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Let's upset the young one.
Let's go make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't get turned on unless somebody's uncomfortable.
Follow the young people.
We're gonna keep creeping them out.
So I would say my advice
And then
is.
they're like, "Yeah, the joke's on them. They're only 4 years younger than we are."
That's the thing. I love that, Jared. They're old.
Oh my God, they're 40.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Well,
You're almost 36.
I'm sorry. When you have a majority, when you have more gray hair than not, and
Then you can't
and
do
your
that.
hands are down the other person's pants, and you're sucking face in the middle of a
No,
brewery,
the gray hair
go
shouldn't
home.
matter. It just should be
Go
happy.
home.
Like the fact that their hands are in the pants.
See,
in
you
public,
can't stop
that's
saying.
it.
If they were 23, there
Yeah.
would have been something about it that would have been odd but acceptable.
I would have been okay with making out, but not okay with the hands in the pants.
Okay. You don't like-
Either way.
No hands
Hey,
in
you
the
don't
pants.
like it? Don't look.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
But the fact that you don't like it is the thing I like the best.
Exactly.
So keep looking. Kobe Dawkins has better news in Gwinnett.
And that earlier travel advisory in Gwinnett County, I-85 southbound near Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Crash is now cleared, delays improving, but you can avoid that slowage by taking Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. And traffic trooper Jorge says there's a crash 85 northbound at Indian Trail Road, exit 101. One right lane is blocked, adding to the delays. And track and rides on the downtown connector. How's it going, Chinwei?
Well, right now, not too shabby for this time of day. I-75-85 southbound. You're slowing and going from 17th Street down to I-20. 40 miles per hour should get you where you need to go. And once you hit I-20, you're clear and free all the way down to the airport. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
We're looking at potentially 48 consecutive hours with temperatures below freezing.
we're at our best.
Prepare for this Arctic and prolonged cold.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Several surface streets are shut down around the metro.
Tune in often for the latest.
Right now, more than 900 flights are canceled or delayed at Hartsfield.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
That spot on the ceiling, it's only gonna get worse. Hey, it's Dave Baker from my experts at Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Findlay now has 0% financing available, so it's even easier to get your roof replaced. FindlayRoofing.com. Roof. Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Do you think you need to renovate your kitchen, but you're worried about the costs? Well, Frugal Kitchens can help you get $1 million looking kitchen for a fraction of the cost and 18 months, no interest financing available. The best part, they can get you back up and cooking in 5 days from the start of construction. Life happens in your kitchen. That's where you build so many memories. If you're like Christy and me, that's why we use Frugal Kitchens, and you can too. FrugalKitchens.com is the website. Go check them out. Don't forget, 18 months, no interest financing available. FrugalKitchens.com.
Eric and the Doctrinaires just want to congratulate you on a great show. Great show. And Eric, although you didn't vote for me, that's okay. You're a great guy. Jared, not so much. Not so much, but you love Georgia. So I love you. Autumn Fisher, love your work. Love your work. You're like one of the guys. One of the guys. Tim Andrews. Tim needs to work on my impersonation. Remember Tim. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. And Greg. Wow, Greg is Greg. What can I say? He lives in New York, but everybody loves me. But listen, let's just all work together to make America great again. Thank you, and good night.
Playing AI. Somebody did an AI Trump for us.
So good. That was fun.
Except that in my headphones, you could hear the edits, like
Don't give that away. No.
Well, I left that voicemail a little
Why,
while ago.
you're here. Why'd you
I
leave the
left
voice?
I didn't know that I'd be able to make it here.
Yeah.
And now I'm all self-conscious because that sounds so much like Trump, and I don't think that this does.
No. Tim Andrews is much better than
I
the
don't
AI.
like the criticism.
No,
Things
no,
like
it's
that.
fine.
Okay, so from now on, no more AI Trump.
So I'm looking at this on CNN soon. President Trump gives remarks at Capital One Arena. It looks as if they've taken a desk and put it out there, and it's either the desk from the Oval Office or a facsimile of the desk where you sign executive orders. And so what I'm thinking is during the speech, he will begin signing these executive orders that will change the world back.
What an exciting thing to watch at Capital One Arena. A guy signing executive orders.
Actually, I think it's pretty good show business because he's basically going to do it in front of an audience, bringing them into it.
Do you like my little desk?
It looks a little goofy up there. You,
Well,
you
it
see
does.
it. It's a little.
We have this-
It's a very tiny desk.
It's very small. I've sat at it before. Biden sat at it when he
Is
was
it the
there.
executive order desk? This is the desk that you must sit.
You
when
have to. It's by law.
Why can't you use the big desk?
You know what?
What do they
I
call
told
that
him.
thing? Solemn gray or something like that? I don't know. There's
Oh,
a name.
yeah.
There's a name for it.
It's like because it's from a ship or something.
Yeah.
The Solomon Gray. Bring that desk. It's too heavy. Too heavy to bring
it's
it.
a large.
Bring the little one, I said.
So I could see the showmanship to that. That we're going to start changing things.
He's going to give some
right
commentary
now.
as he's signing the executive order. He's like, oh, I love this one.
This is a great one.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Nobody. That's
Hello,
it. You from now on, you are the Gulf of America. Kobe Dawkins says there's a crash on 85 northbound in Gwinnett.
And that's correct, Eric. Getting reports from multiple traffic troopers. 85 northbound at Indian Trail Road, exit 101. It's a crash, knocking out one right lane, adding to the delays back to Spaghetti Junction. How are the rides on I-285, Chinwei?
Starting on that north wall, I-285 westbound, the outer loop slowing and going from Georgia 400 over to I-75, and a little further south, 285 southbound, the outer loop slowing and going on and off the brakes from South Cobb Drive down to I-20. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
To be just the beginning of the weather we're going to get.
we're at our best.
Tracking a blast of very cold air.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Crash now shutting down Holcomb Bridge Road entirely.
Tune in often for the latest.
Temperatures down into the teens to low 20s.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messingthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
This holiday season, it's all about gratitude. This is Scott Slade, and to share in that spirit, I'd like to share a few heartfelt thank yous my friends at Myland have received recently.
After working with Myland, I have a deep appreciation for Myland's services. They took the time to listen to our unique situation and family goals to provide the best solution. I had no idea of the options that were available to us. Thank you again for the wonderful service and experience with a personal touch. I will be referring my friends and family to Myland.
Folks, I could read testimonials and stories like this for days. If you haven't taken the time to call Myland to see what options are available for you to save money with your refinance, you need to set aside a few minutes and do just that. Call Myland, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com, spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Myland is an equal housing lender.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Scana Energy knows every home is different. That's why they have options to fit your family's needs. Kind of like my family's popcorn preferences. Mama Bear likes extra butter, the Cubs put candy in theirs, and I like it all as long as there's lots of it. Whoa! Cleanup never tasted so good. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning and making costly repairs. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, President Trump's second term begins.
CBS News special report. Shortly after taking the oath of office, President Trump signed his first batch of documents.
31 acting designations and appointments to effectively take control of the government. Let's do that.
The concern is cabinet appointments and lower-level appointments. He's also expected to sign executive orders on immigration and the economy. In his inaugural address, he promised to usher in a golden age for America.
We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer.
And on immigration?
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
Trump is upset outgoing President Joe Biden issued preemptive pardons for members of the House January 6th committee.
Very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs.
CBS News special report. I'm Michael Wallace.
Republicans in Atlanta gather in Midtown to watch the inauguration of Donald Trump.
It's just a great day to be an American.
Gary Richardson is among the dozens of people who turned out at the Hudson Grill to watch the swearing-in of America's 47th president. Anita Lane says she loved Trump's inaugural address.
I am just thrilled. He promised he's going to deliver. There's going to be a unified America again, and it's going to be safer.
People here say they are looking forward to the next 4 years. In Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
30 degrees in Atlanta, a winter weather advisory tomorrow.
A winter weather advisory is issued whenever we anticipate snow showers to accumulate, but not quite to the amount that meets the criteria for a winter storm warning.
Who gets the snow tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A number of schools have already announced they are closed tomorrow. Coweta, Henry, Griffin, Spalding County, Newton, and Fayette counties. Virtual learning tomorrow in Rockdale and Clayton counties, as well as the city of Decatur. For a full list, go to WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. In preparation for freezing temperatures and winter weather expected in Georgia, Governor Kemp declares a state of emergency. Unlike the last winter storm, this one is expected to have more of an impact on areas of central and south Georgia. Road crews all around Georgia have a daunting task with this latest round of winter weather.
It's a statewide issue, according to the Georgia DOT's Natalie Dale, who says much of their focus is south of the metro Atlanta area.
We've got freezing rain at the Georgia-Florida border expected. We've got snow in our southern counties that rarely ever see snow.
But she notes if the forecast moves just slightly north, it could be an all-out winter weather event for the metro area. So they're treating about 6,000 lane miles of interstates around Georgia. She also notes the extended freezing temperatures could lead to other big problems, including burst underwater pipes. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
All state offices, including Capitol Hill and the state capitol, will be closed tomorrow. Zoo Atlanta is also closed. Services today at Ebenezer Baptist Church honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Those attending brave frigid temperatures, but say it is important to celebrate Dr. King's sacrifice and to keep alive his efforts to bring social justice for everyone.
This is 46 years that I've been coming to honor Dr. King and what he did.
It's about peace, goodwill. We definitely
definitely need it right now.
Given the current climate, he's as relevant now as he's ever been.
The Ebenezer service just one of many celebrations today across the metro area and all around the country. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special one-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins now with Kobe Dawkins.
We're seeing new trouble getting into downtown. I-20 eastbound exit 2, the downtown connector, 7585 northbound exit 57. New crash knocking out one left lane, and also trouble remains in Gwinnett County. I-85 northbound at Indian Trail Road, exit 101. That crash is knocking out one right lane, adding to the delays back to Spaghetti Junction. How are the rides on the south side in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Chinway?
I-75 northbound, you're slow from Bill Gardner Parkway up to Hudson Bridge, exit 224. And if you're trying to leave the city, I-75 southbound, you're on and off the brakes from Mount Zion Boulevard down to Jodico Road, exit 222. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. And here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies and cold tonight as temperatures fall into the upper teens to low 20s for tomorrow morning. Wind chills will be in the single digits. Cloudy skies through tomorrow afternoon. Watching for snow showers through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will only be in the low to mid 30s. Up to half an inch of accumulating snow expected from Carrollton to Noonan, Fayetteville to McDonough, and as far east as Conyers and Covington. While these may seem to be low snowfall totals, anything that falls is going to stick to the ground, so be careful with any hazardous travel conditions tomorrow evening. Wednesday, morning low 16. Wednesday afternoon, mostly sunny, high 35. Thursday, partly cloudy, morning lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the 40s. Friday, mostly sunny, high 45.
Right now it's 29 in Peachtree Corners, 27 in Cartersville, and 30 in Locust Grove. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Is what happened to our, who I'm calling the loneliest reporter? Have we heard anything back from George Clark? Poor guy.
Nothing yet.
I fell asleep at the Lincoln Memorial.
Got so excited. Wanted to go see the president get inaugurated. Then after he pays for his ticket, plane tickets, all that, gets his Airbnb or whatever it is, he's hostile, whatever he's in.
I like how he described the neighborhood he's in. It's okay.
All right, okay, we get it. And then he found out that the inauguration was taken indoors. And he doesn't appear to have any pull. He doesn't appear to have any tickets to see anything else. And
no Rascal Flatts
he knows
tonight.
Shelley Winter is there. Have we heard from him? We ought to hear from him.
I texted him. I didn't get anything back.
Well, it's very busy.
I believe Shelley is doing his show live from D.C. tonight.
Uh-huh. You believe that, or are you announcing that?
I believe he is.
I don't believe it.
I don't know if I believe it or not. I'm not going to go with it until I know it.
We're meeting up for brunch tomorrow.
You and George Clark?
Yeah.
Well, then his days of reporting will be behind him because the big day is today.
Yeah.
He's just sort of.
Well, that's why I wouldn't go out and see him tonight because he's busy with the inauguration. Can I come to trivia? I told him he should come, but he said he would be too busy.
Yeah.
But now I'm not so sure.
Well,
They don't have cable at his hotel.
He's too busy. Well, it rolls into his birthday, right? He's going to be off
That's correct.
for a few days. Is he going to spend his entire birthday up there being
He'll
cold
be there
and
until
lonely?
he'll be there until Thursday. What? When he returns. He's just going to wander around cold Washington. He could do that. That is a gift.
Reach out to him. I know he does have that gift. He can blend in to anywhere, but I do want to hear from him again one other time at least.
For sure.
I want to check in with the coldest, loneliest reporter in Washington D.C. just wandering around. Poor guy. Trump, you should have had him in, for heaven's sake.
Well, look, I told Laura Loomer to go find him and Loomer him. You got Loomered.
All right, this is not a sports show, but it was pretty interesting over the weekend. And tonight here in Atlanta, Georgia, we have the national championship game.
That's right, Notre Dame and Ohio State.
I don't know that I know what I'm talking about because I probably don't because I never expected Notre Dame to get this far. I just assume Notre Dame plays no one. They're
not in a conference.
They're not in a conference. They can kind of choose who they play against. They lost to NIL or something, I think.
NIL is the name, image, likeness.
No, I know, but I think there's actually an Illinois school or something.
Maybe it is, Northern Illinois.
They lost to early on in the season, I believe, or that was Ohio State. Both Notre Dame and Ohio State. No, Ohio State lost to Michigan.
That's right.
And Notre Dame lost to, I think it's NIL.
I think you're right.
Illinois.
I think it was Northern Illinois. I think you're right.
But I never thought Notre Dame would be this. So I just have I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm assuming that the national championship game is going to be a bit of a dud, and Ohio State is just going to roll all over Notre Dame. That's although strangely enough, Notre Dame is the higher seed.
I actually don't disagree with you on that. The only thing about Ohio State is their coach Ryan Day is kind of like Steve Sarkisian of Texas. He kind of psychs.
He looks like Bluto from Popeye.
A little bit, yeah. And
he dyes his beard.
He dyes his beard.
Weird, yeah.
He has that weird, it's incredibly too dark for his face. What he does with his beard.
He's got a very red face and very black beard.
Yes.
It's just odd. Look, it's like that guy that you shake those the metal shavings.
Oh, that bald guy thing. Yeah,
with the
I
big
remember
red
that.
chick.
Oh, Wooly Willy.
Yes, Wooly Willy.
Wow.
He looks a little bit like Wooly Willy.
I can't believe you remembered the name of
Wooly Willy.
Trivia Queen?
But he
he
does look like that. That's a great example.
Jared never played with that.
I've never heard of this before.
It was kind of a dumb game. It's
You got it at a gas station.
It wasn't even a game. It was just like a thing before computers existed.
Yeah, these metal shavings, and you'd make the metal shavings make it his beard.
Right.
Right.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, well, we got that to shut up in the car and play with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait, it wasn't like now where kids can watch anything they want during a car ride.
But
I'm so jealous. These damn kids.
You can watch Bluey
We
while
had
you're
Wooly
driving.
Willy. I couldn't watch Bluey.
And the Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, the Etch-a-Sketch of Wooly Willy. That was it. I'm sorry, what were you
Maybe a
saying?
spirograph for the rich kids.
In the back seat.
That dumb thing with the basketball in the water that you tried to get in the basket. Remember that dumb thing?
Oh yeah, the little the rings in the water.
Yeah.
You'd have to pump it. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. You were saying?
I think with Ohio State tonight, I think most people will be picking them. They should win on paper. You're right, Eric. They definitely are the
I
better
got a feeling
team.
it'll be a boring game. But I don't know.
But again, this Ryan Day, the coach for Ohio State, he is known for losing the big games, and so that's why I'm picking Notre Dame tonight.
Oh, you're going.
I'm going
ladies
Notre Dame.
and gentlemen, Jared Yamamoto.
I'm on the record.
Is on the record, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm on the record.
I threw mine out there saying I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just assuming Ohio State's just going to beat the crap out of them, but I don't. I have
They
no
should.
idea.
Again, on paper, Ohio State has the better athletes.
Well,
but
you know
there's
what? They
something
don't
about the
play
coach-
these games on paper, my friend.
Yeah, and I'll be watching for Travis Scott's new single that's going to drop
me
at
too.
halftime.
I'll bet you. Yeah, because I'm wondering. Boy, you think he'll be auto-tuned by any chance?
I don't know.
No, this is the first time he's actually going to sing.
That's the only
He's a
reason.
genius
Only
with that
reason to watch.
auto-tune.
Yep. How can they
He's
do that
a
live?
Pop gene. They don't. They're never singing live anymore.
He might.
Travis Scott.
We're gonna find out.
Well, it's live. But it's going through their thing. It's going through that big board.
Well, we say that we're not auto-tuned. We're going through a board.
No, but this has a filter on it that called pitch correction.
See, there you go,
Come on,
Tim.
there's the Dodger.
He turns it up to 11 when it's time for that auto tune. So I don't know if the game is not a complete and total blowout. I may be there long enough to walk away during Travis Scott's. So Travis Scott's going to appear. Is he going to do like a 3 or 4 song thing, and his new song's going to be in there?
It's just the one song. I believe there's multiple performers for the halftime show. The college football one's always weird. They change it up all the time.
All right, they got good crowd control. With Travis, you just never know. Make sure the crowd is controlled properly.
Well, Lil Wayne showed up for his. He is doing some of the festivities out there today, but he did a solo show on Saturday at State Farm. Showed up 2 hours late to his show.
Oh, that's not
2
very
hours
nice.
late.
What if I showed up 2 hours late? I'd just be getting here right now. The show would have gone on for 2 hours without me. That is not professional. Did he have an excuse? Did he have a doctor's note? Did he have something that he could point to say there's a reason? Or was it just like, no, I hate my audience? Did he come out and say that? I just absolutely can't stand my
Who
audience.
would stay? Would you?
Lil Wayne
all the money.
fans. I like Lil Wayne.
Would
I
you
like
wait
Lil Wayne.
If you
No.
went to a Stone show and they were 2 hours late,
No.
would you stick around?
No.
I wouldn't either.
And neither would they. They're 80, for heaven's sakes. If they miss that, they're in bed.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I would
forgot.
just assume they went to sleep. That's all.
Mick fell asleep. Sorry.
So no, I wouldn't wait. And back when Guns N' Roses was doing this,
Yeah.
you know, Madonna. Everybody said, no. You're very good at what you do, but see, here's the problem. You thought that made you better than me. No, I'm better than you at many things, just not making pop records. So you're not better than me. I shouldn't make you wait 2 hours, and that should be turned around. It's called being professional. I mean, at least George Jones, when he was around, he was a raging alcoholic. There was a reason for it. Maybe Lil
Still
Wayne
showed up on time.
No, he was called.
No,
he got the
No-show.
nickname No Show George.
Oh, no.
For a reason. So but he got that nickname for a reason because he was not being professional.
Well, they had to stand him up and tape him to something.
No, that was in his autobiography that he got someplace and he was totally drunk, and the crowd was already there, and the club owner supposedly took like duct tape and taped his midsection so he couldn't fall over.
Yeah.
Pushed him out on stage.
On a handcart?
Now, that's what Lil Wayne needs to be.
Yeah.
I like Lil Wayne. Why is he doing this? Why would he let his people down? Did he then do a 2-hour show?
It's not telling me when it ended. But he got there, so Gucci Mane ended at 9:15. Lil Wayne didn't get there until after 11. And it doesn't tell you when the show actually ended. But most people, the feedback said Lil Wayne was great.
Yeah, he was
awesome.
great. Once he showed up, he was great. Fantastic.
Some people are like, he still cranked out all the hits. And I'm like, okay,
that's cool.
All right.
That's great. Well, what about the people who paid for a babysitter? How about if the person on stage takes 1 second of their life to think about the audience, just every once in a while?
I brought my kid with me. We don't need no babysitter.
Kobe Dawkins says there's a travel advisory on the downtown connector.
Yeah, in downtown, I-20 eastbound exit 2, I-75-85 northbound exit 57, crash blocking 2 left lanes, only 1 right lane getting by. You can use Boone Boulevard as an alternate. And how are rides getting into the northeast suburbs, Chinwe?
Well, if you're on I-285 trying to get onto 85, you are slowing and going from from 285 all the way up to 316, where you finally get some relief until you hit Sugarloaf Parkway. And if you're coming back the opposite way following the clearing of a crash, we're still seeing some delays. I-85 southbound at 316, not breaking free until you hit Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
Colder air moving in next week.
we're at our best.
Wind chills in the single digits.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
85 northbound, you're stacked in on the wet pavement from 285 heading up toward Pleasant Hill Road.
Tune in often for the latest.
Potentially some wintry precipitation.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group, to discuss one of the biggest blind spots that people face when saving for retirement, and it's a head scratcher. Chris, how do so many people not know what they're invested in?
That's the biggest flaw that everybody runs into. They think they know what equities they have, they think they know what bonds they have, but they really don't know how those mutual funds or how those index funds are performing in conjunction with one another. So, I would liken this to a big pot of soup, and we're just throwing all the ingredients in the refrigerator in this thing. It's not very good. It's just a mishmash of stuff. And sometimes you like the way it tastes. Sometimes you don't. And when you don't know why. You don't know if you got too much chicken in there or too much vegetables in there or what's going on. And I ask every caller that comes in for an initial consultation, do you know how your portfolio is broken down? And they say, well, I've got, 20 or so options in my 401k, and I just picked 2 of them or 3 of them. I thought I needed some international. I thought I needed some U.S. equities. I thought I needed some bonds. And they're just guessing. So you have to absolutely know what you're invested in, and that's where we will run the 401k portfolio x-ray for you, because that'll break it down. If you're not proficient at investing and don't understand this world, we will walk you through it. Not knowing what you're invested in is a big hindrance to growing and protecting your money. We will run a portfolio x-ray for you and educate you on exactly what's in your portfolio.
Set up a time to get your complimentary portfolio x-ray today. Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858, or book online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
It's Eric. Are you thinking of adding value to your house, or just you want more convenience and more comfort in your kitchen? Frugal Kitchens can get you one of those $1 million home kitchens at a fraction of the cost. They want to talk to you about how you can go through their process, get your new dream kitchen up and going, and you can be cooking in 5 days from the start of construction and get 18 months no interest financing available. It's what Christy and I have done. Life happens in your kitchen, and Frugal Kitchens can put you in a great one. FrugalKitchens.com.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way to treat your aching bones and joints. And that starts with predicting problems before they even become problems, up to a year in advance, with up to 93% accuracy. When you save time avoiding surgeries you don't need, you can spend time doing the things you love. When it comes to healthcare, a better system means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
How about a simple New Year's resolution? One where you're guaranteed to succeed. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment. You'll feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places where it's been balding or thinning for years. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there's no one I trust more in hair restoration. Their simple FUE treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Guaranteed. Simply put, Advanced Hair's exceptional standard of care makes your comfort and your results their top priority. Did I mention the results can last a lifetime? Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR. See what meeting your resolution could look like at advancedhair.com.
Finishing up on the idea of this not being a sports show, kind of a shocker over the weekend where the Detroit Lions,
yes,
who everybody thought was going to be in the Super Bowl, #1 seed, get bounced at home.
Happy to see
by a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is the real deal, and
yeah. What if he doesn't stop? Like, what if he's just the best ever? Well, it's like, what if he doesn't just stop being as great as he's been as a rookie?
Well, hey, maybe
it's insane.
It'll save us a lot of time because we won't have to ever watch any football if he ends up being the greatest of all time.
We can get rid of all this Mahomes, Allen, Lamar Jackson nonsense, Joe Burrow. This guy just comes in out of nowhere. I guess he'll settle down at some point, but that's like the greatest rookie quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
His secret to success is that every morning he gets up and he uses a VR, not an emulator, but he just puts it's like a VR set that it goes 2 times faster than the normal gameplay, and he credits a lot of his success this season to that.
Well, whatever. Well, something's working because rookies don't usually play like that.
No.
In those situations in their first season. Well, it wouldn't be a rookie if it wasn't.
Who's their
first
coach
season.
again?
Dan Quinn, former Falcons coach. Which
and it took the Falcons to the Super Bowl.
A lot of Falcons fans are upset about that too, and I'm happy for Dan Quinn. Good for him.
They're upset about it. They don't want Dan Quinn to ever be successful.
They
again?
were like, "Well, we're so stupid for getting rid of him." I'm like, the time was different.
It's how it is with these teams, you know. I mean, yes, you could look at it and go, would they have done worse if they just stayed with Dan Quinn the whole time? Probably not. But, it doesn't work that way. You get in these situations, you don't get to where you want to be. People get angry. Everybody's better off if you just kind of go in different directions. And plenty of coaches do their best coaching on the second time around. Not all, but some do. And he seems to have found something there. Just like the owners of these teams are so important. They had that loser, Daniel Snyder, and the Washington, whatever you wanted to call them over the years, was just terrible. The last time that they won a playoff game was when they won the Super Bowl in the early 90s. That was the last time they won a playoff game. So for him to come in there, new ownership, everything, rookie quarterback, unbelievable. And Dan Campbell's got to stop crying. I know he's like Mr. Tough Guy, and he's all Mr. Emotion, but after a while, it's going to become kind of like a meme. Oh, Dan Campbell's crying again. So he needs to – I know he's a tough guy, but part of being tough is you don't cry after you lose. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm going to go back to an all-alpha world or whatever, but And Buffalo Bills, I don't know what to do with my life.
You don't want to talk about it because you want.
I don't want to talk about it.
Congratulations.
Mark
Andrews is the best player on your team.
He didn't have anything to do with it.
All right. Now let's not act like the Bills didn't have anything to do with winning that game. I believe they had 3 turnovers.
I'm sure you could send a nice fruit basket to the Mark Andrews family.
I could not believe that he, listen,
that guy's so sure-handed.
The fumble was a great defensive play by the Bills, so I'm not putting that on Mark Andrews. That happens in games. The fact that he didn't catch that ball for that 2-point conversion was stunning to me because he's a good player.
And it was right in
And
his hands.
we're the Bills, so we're supposed to lose games like that. So it was very, very odd to me that the ball started bouncing our way and things started going our way. It really gets me really nervous. It's all nerves now for me, the Bills. First of all, if we go to Kansas City and they just make, okay. Look at it. These are the guys we beat before we go win Super Bowls. Okay, hey, welcome back. It's like,
we need you for that boost.
If we just go through that again. And then I don't think there's anything I would be more nervous about than if we actually went to the Super Bowl because I've already lost 4 as a fan. So I'm a very jittery guy, but last night, boy, did I take my football medicine. I was ready for anything. I was ready for anything. Hey, Trump,
He's the MVP, whether they give it to him or not. But I would say that he's definitely. He looked fantastic. How many times did he throw? 12? I don't think so. But he didn't. They didn't need that. He used his feet when they needed it.
And I saw people who kind of go, "Well, Josh didn't even do anything." No, you're not understanding. As a Bills fan, it is games like that where you love Josh even more because in the old days he would have been like, "I got to do stuff here," and then would have ended up giving the ball away. He did an awful lot by being efficient, not turning the ball over. But that was a weird game. That was a weird game.
It was a very weird game.
And I kind of feel bad for Lamar because whichever team was going to lose that game was going to the narrative of, like, if the Bills would have lost, that would have been 3 years in a row that they lose.
I feel bad for Derrick Henry.
At home.
How many more years do we get of Derrick Henry?
That's true.
That's who I feel bad for. But, obviously happy for you guys and the Bills to go through. But,
it don't mean nothing if we just get beat by the Kansas City Chiefs again.
I think the timing is
you're playing the refs, too.
Well,
my goodness gracious.
Universally.
Hold on. Did you see some of the calls in that Chiefs game?
They were awful
I've been hurt. It's got to stop. This whole thing where these quarterbacks are using these, and Allen does it from time to time, but nobody does it more than Mahomes. Mahomes has been, as he gets toward the sideline, he starts to slow down before he goes out of bounds. Basically, like in the NBA, he's trying to draw a foul. It's like, look, they're protecting you guys. I think they should protect these guys. They're the superstars. We don't want to see backups playing in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. I get it. But there was a couple of calls there, at least 30 yards I can think of, that were just ridiculous about Patrick Mahomes.
He is the best at bird dogging a potential penalty. Remember last year, the holding call? He waits it, and he'll see if there's holding, and he'll throw to that guy even if they can't catch it.
Which is just wrong. They got it, and it's a very easy thing. It's a very easy fix. If they want to protect these guys, which I'm all in favor of, just tell the refs, if it's even close, throw the flag. But like in targeting in college, they should say it's always looked at.
That's a great idea.
You throw the flag, but it's always going to be looked at so that we can make sure.
I do think universally, looking at the sports world from this weekend, they're not going to give Mahomes these calls next week for you guys. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it'll happen. The Bills' problem is we seem to be able to beat them every year in the regular season, and then when we get to this point, but hey, I should be happy, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Bills fan. They're going to the AFC Championship game. I'm just going to dread everything until it's all zeros at the Super Bowl and somebody says, Eric, you actually won. Whether that's this year or some other point in my lifetime. Kobe Dawkins says there's a travel advisory on I-20.
Well, Eric, it's starting to clear. I-20 exit 2, 7585 northbound exit 57. It's now off to the left, but still seeing delays in both directions on I-20. How are the rides on I-20 over in DeKalb County, Chinwei?
Well, in DeKalb County, we're seeing some new trouble. I-20 eastbound just outside of I-285 could be an accident. We're going to get you some more details there because you're slowing and going right around Wesley Chapel, exit 68. And over on the West Expressway, still slowing and going from 285 now to Fulton Industrial Boulevard, exit 49. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends. 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Mix and match 10 or more participating items for $1 each with your card. Choose from Kroger brand pasta, Starkist tuna pouches, Powerade, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. Metro Atlanta bracing for winter weather with possible snow.
The National Weather Service has upgraded the winter storm watch to a winter weather advisory for the Metro Atlanta area. This will be in effect from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning. A winter weather advisory is issued whenever we anticipate snow showers to accumulate, but not quite to the amount that meets the criteria for a winter storm warning. In this case, 1/2 inch to 1 inch of snowfall is expected in the metro region on Tuesday. That's not quite enough to issue a winter storm warning, but it may be enough to create hazardous travel conditions because anything that falls is likely going to stick to the ground.
29 degrees right now in Atlanta. How cold does it get tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. And we do have a growing list of school closings, and it is growing by the minute. Schools close tomorrow. Atlanta Public Schools, DeKalb County, Fulton County, Coweta, Henry County, Griffin, Spalding County, Newton, Fayette, Cobb, and Clayton counties. Virtual learning tomorrow in Gwinnett, Rockdale, and the city of Decatur schools. For a full list, go to WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. Georgia is going into a state of emergency because of the winter weather, and airlines are making plans.
Governor Kemp has declared a state of emergency, which means the State Operations Center can go into action to provide for any potential impacts. The forecast for very cold winter weather comes on the day traffic at the airport is expected to be high after Monday night's college football championship here. Delta, Frontier, Southwest, and United are offering waivers for travelers through Atlanta and other cities in the South between Monday and Wednesday. Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is warning travelers to plan ahead and arrive extra early Tuesday and Wednesday. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia DOT is preparing for a second winter weather event in less than 2 weeks, and this one includes treating roads in South Georgia.
We've got freezing rain at the Georgia-Florida border expected. We've got snow in our southern counties that rarely ever see snow.
The Georgia DOT's Natalie Dale says they are treating over 6,000 miles of interstate alone. History is made in Washington, D.C. today as President Trump becomes the nation's 47th president.
CBS News special report. At the Capital One Arena in Washington, President Trump is about to not only address supporters, but also sign dozens of executive orders. They roll back Democratic policies on immigration, energy, trade, diversity policies, and more. CBS's Natalie Brand.
Many of Trump's some 200 executive actions undo former President Biden's policies, who departed the Capitol after the peaceful transfer of power.
On immigration, Trump promised this during his inauguration address.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
There are thousands inside the arena gearing up to hear from the president, including this woman who traveled to Washington from Louisiana.
We're huge supporters of Trump, and he's done a lot for us. And so this is the least I could do.
Some got there yesterday, sleeping out overnight. CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
Atlanta Republicans gather to watch Trump's inauguration.
It's just a great day to be an American.
Gary Richardson, one of dozens turning out at the Hudson Grill to watch the swearing in of America's 47th president, and they say they are now looking forward to the next 4 years. Visitors flock to historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta for Martin Luther King Day.
My parents were civil rights activists, and history is everything. So I'm here to celebrate King Memorial. I'm here to celebrate American history.
Diana Darris is among hundreds braving the cold temperatures to honor Dr. King's legacy. And join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special one-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins now with Kobe Dawkins.
And getting on the downtown connector, I-20 exit 2, 7585 northbound exit 57. Just watched officials pull the cones back out to block one left lane due to a crash. Seeing tough delays leaving I-20 in both directions. And looking at Sandy Springs, 285 westbound the outer loop, seeing some volume leaving Georgia 400 getting to the Cobb Cloverleaf I-75. And watching rides getting into the northwest suburbs and the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chinwe.
Yeah, I-75 northbound looking kind of rough around the South Marietta Loop. You are on and off the brakes, really just on the brakes, all the way to the Canton Road connector, trying to determine what type of trouble it is or if it's just regular volume trying to leave the city. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies and cold tonight as temperatures fall into the upper teens to low 20s for tomorrow morning. Wind chills will be in the single digits. Cloudy skies through tomorrow afternoon. Watching for snow showers through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will only be in the low to mid 30s. Up to half an inch of accumulating snow expected from Carrollton to Noonan, Fayetteville to McDonough, and as far east as Conyers and Covington. While these may seem to be low snowfall totals, anything that falls is going to stick to the ground, so be careful with any hazardous travel conditions tomorrow evening. Wednesday, morning low 16. Wednesday afternoon, mostly sunny, high 35. Thursday, partly cloudy, morning lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the 40s. Friday, mostly sunny, high 45.
And right now, 28 in College Park, 27 in Cumming, and 26 in Dallas. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's the time of year that Mama Bear and I work on our annual budget. Between you and me, I'm starting to think we're spending too much on salmon. Fortunately, with Scana Energy as our natural gas provider, we have options to save that fit our needs. Sign up and get up to $100 today. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/100 for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people. For Valentine's Day, Tara Fine Jewelry Company's immaculate, beautiful showroom speaks for itself. You'll find a gift as wonderful as the love that brought you there. Every showcase home to magnificent designs. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, Beaufort, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia.
As Georgia's homegrown leader in business insurance, Builders partners with thousands of local businesses to safeguard workers and help them return to their lives after injuries. Explore reliable workers' compensation solutions at BLDRS.com. Builders, insurance built strong.
Belinda Skelton here with Dr. Ashraf with the Atlanta Vision Institute, and I'm a proud recipient of the laser optics procedure because it literally changed my life. I went from wearing glasses and contacts and not being able to see leaves on trees clearly, being tired when I read books at night, tired when I worked on the computer for long hours at a time. And I know that you hear a lot of this, Dr. Ashraf.
Yes, Belinda, I hear all these accolades all the time from patients. It is truly a life-changing procedure. This will not give you x-ray vision. However, if you want to get rid of the hassle of glasses and contacts and want to improve the quality of your life, this is a great procedure for you.
Go to 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Take the quiz. See if this procedure is a good option for you. That website again is 2020atlanta.com. Your medical insurance may cover it.
Well, they are actually having the indoor parade. Is exactly what we thought it would be. They're coming in. They're going around the horseshoe.
They're having fire trucks.
And well, I don't think you'll be able to do the fire trucks.
That's my favorite part of the parade.
You know, but
fire
the diesel, you're indoor.
Just a little bit of gas. Maybe don't they have electric ones?
Maybe they do.
You said you were getting rid of all those restrictions for electric.
Well, I mean, we gotta have for a parade inside. That's probably, I don't know, maybe the best.
You said today. Today you're getting rid of all the electric guidelines.
Yeah, because of the cold weather changing the locations of so many inaugural events, the president has been quite peripatetic today.
Ooh.
Peripatetic. Peripatetic.
Well, later I'll put a cream on it.
Just means you've been moving from place to place.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Okay.
It's our word of the day, sir.
Perfect.
And you ready to do a little... Autumn hates this, by the way. She wants this to be the first segment that goes. And maybe I agree with her, but before it goes, well, we'll give it at least one more time. Let's do this.
The experts say.
Experts say. Experts say.
The experts say.
Experts say.
The experts say on the Von Haessler Doctrine.
Let's see what new information we can get from this segment.
From NBC.
Well, the problem, let's see what stories Jared chooses. Sometimes he'll choose these expert stories that are just like have nothing to them. We'll see what happins here. Surely there are juicy experts say stories out there. Now, what we noticed a long time ago is in a news story, whether in print, radio, television, when the person says experts say, you seem to turn your brain off. Well, the experts say, but in reality, where did the expert go to school? Where did they graduate in their grade? Like, we don't know who these people are. And in reality, 9 times out of 10, when you hear that experts say, that's just the reporter shoehorning their editorial opinion in, because here's the deal. There's always a different expert that would have said something else. So in this segment, much to Autumn's chagrin, Jared Yamamoto must hit me with headlines that have those 2 words. Experts say or say experts in the headline.
From CBS News, Autumn Fisher wrong about experts. Experts say.
Oh, it turns out
CBS.
that CBS has done the research, and the Von Haessler Doctrine audience always enjoys a good segment of experts say.
Now, this is the one that is interesting, though. Chinese TikTok alternative Red Note could pose greater security risks than TikTok itself, experts say. From NBC.
Oh, experts say that, yeah. Yeah, experts say. Those experts being the intelligence agencies. Oh, what's going on here? Well, nothing's going to happen for Red Note because TikTok is now going to be saved, right, Mr. President?
I saved the beautiful TikTok. TikTok. TikTok.
It was odd to see all of these influencers on TikTok posting these videos where they were crying and they were so upset about how their livelihood was being taken away from them. And then for the 12-hour outage, they're coming back. They're like, "Hey guys, we're back. We're back on the app again."
They cried their eyes out.
Yeah, they had these really emotional moments, and then they made a video.
We're really emotional, dumb people, and usually that's why these channels work. But this one kind of like. If they had any sense at all, they would have known. I mean, we all knew 2 or 3 days going into this that it wasn't going to happen. Hey, a week ago, there was a question, but all the signals were that it was going to work out kind of the way that it has worked out. So, but there you go. These TikTok influencers.
I didn't see anybody crying. I did see people saying like, "Well, I guess if I'm gonna still try and make content, but I guess if this is gone, I guess it's gone."
Well, right. I'm sure Autumn is saying that you are hyping this up, Jared.
I
saying
definitely
that
saw
people. Crying
some of my favorite people that I follow on there were definitely upset and crying, and they were like, "This is how I make my
Show it to
livelihood."
Me. Forward it to me now.
They probably cry all the time.
They probably do.
Receipts.
They cry as much as that head coach for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, he lost.
I know he's a tough guy, but people lose. Every coach doesn't cry.
Do you know that grown men can cry?
Of course they can,
Eric.
Of course
grown
they
men
can.
Also cry.
But as a leader of men, you don't want to be doing it every time you lose. Makes you look like a baby.
That was an important game. They were expected to go all the way.
Well, I know. I understand why he was disappointed. People thought that they were definitely going to the Super Bowl. You know, maybe the Eagles could keep them getting there. No one thought that a rookie quarterback with a team that's just turned itself around would be able to do that, but that happens from time to time. That's what they say, any given Sunday or Saturday. Well, now they say or Saturday.
Or Thursday.
Or
Monday.
Black Friday. Christmas.
Christmas Wednesday.
Any
and
given
Madrid.
Christmas, any given Christmas day.
So I have to ask you this question.
Yes.
The Eagles are the only team in that division that haven't beaten the Bills in a Super Bowl. So are you rooting for the Eagles or are you rooting because we might as well make the whole division.
I don't know what I'm rooting for. I'm just you know what? I'm just happy. I'm a Bills fan. Everybody said if they weren't, this was the year like the Jets were going to win the division. You know, I'm just going to ride it. You know, when you're a fan, I'm done taking responsibility for wins or losses. I think I brought this up before. Becoming a fan of any team is you just you just pick a roller coaster. Hey, I'm going to ride that roller coaster. Once you get in, you have nothing to say or do about what that roller coaster does. And sometimes I guess you're just lucky. You pick the Patriots roller coaster in 1999 and you have 20 some odd years of fun. If you pick the Kansas City roller coaster, you had a lot of troubled years, but in the last 4 or 5 have been great. So I'm just on the roller coaster that's called the Buffalo Bills, and wherever it drops me, it's going to drop me.
At least you guys are.
I'm done. But it's not going to crush me this year. Like I'm done with that. That's what I say before the games now. I turn to my family and I say, here's something I recognize. I don't need the Bills to win the Super Bowl to be happy because they never have, and I am happy. And I'm surrounded by friends and family. So that would just be gravy. That's the way to really look at it. It's like, wouldn't that be cool? That would just be gravy. The last few years, I've been way too emotionally attached to the idea that a team that seemingly is star-crossed when it comes to the Super Bowl will actually win one. So I'm just on the roller coaster, and I'm enjoying myself. Wherever it ends,
Consider
it
yourself
ends.
lucky. I wish that my roller coaster were heading more to the playoffs more often. That would be nice.
By the way, your roller coaster is my second roller coaster.
It's true.
I love the Falcons. I've lived here since 1998. But I can't lie. I believe the Buffalo Bills.
My buddy told me yesterday at the beginning, at the third quarter, he goes, "You're the worst Buffalo Bills fan on earth."
What, were you texting people? Oh, it's all over.
Oh, I was bitching, yes. And I said, says the person who's seen his team win 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I get, I was getting I got a little angry when they were just, 3 yards from nailing the game down with like 5, 6, 7 minutes
if
left.
you make that touchdown, the game's
over.
over.
Just make the touchdown. Just that, and I was just like, I thought, okay, this is. But I did not get crazy.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Tony Romo.
Josh got to get in there. Josh got to get in there.
What's happening with Romo's voice? His voice is older than he is.
Like, Jim. Because no, he dropped it.
That's a good Tony Romo. Well,
yes.
I was gonna say at least you guys are in the conversation, having fun about it. The Falcons, meanwhile, hired defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, the interim coach for the Jets, as our defensive coordinator.
All right, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
He was there before and we're going on a second round with this guy, and it was not good the first time.
Second time's a charm.
I don't know.
Raheem Morris, our coach, is hiring his buddies, and I don't love it.
Okay, well, that's a good
Jim.
Tony Romo. What do you think?
Jim, no, because Josh he's got to do Josh. Josh got to be Josh.
Kobe Dawkins says there's new trouble leaving Marietta on 75.
And now JamCam showing officials clearing that crash in Marietta 75 northbound before Highway 5 exit 267. Was blocking one right lane, but just cleared. Still seeing those delays back to the South 120 loop. And still getting on the downtown connector, I-20 exit 2, 7585 northbound exit 57. That crash continues to knock out one left lane. Expect delays. How are the rides across the metro, Chinwei?
The Northeast is getting tore up today, Kobe Dawkins. If you're trying to get onto I-85 northbound from 285, you're jam-packed bumper to bumper from the perimeter all the way to 316, where we're even slowing and going all the way to Sugarloaf Parkway. Coming back the other way, I-85 southbound, again, you're hitting the brake lights from 316 all the way back down to Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99. This report is sponsored by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Craving something fresh and flavorful? Discover Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. High quality, affordable, and made fresh daily. Find Zenshi Sushi today at your local Publix markets right by the seafood counter. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends. 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
Take a moment and think of one thing that you really wanted to do recently, but you didn't because your foot, leg, or back pain got in the way. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and that's why we're here, to help you get back out there. Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store are designed to alleviate foot, knee, hip, and back pain, plus provide improved balance, more comfort, and, well, a better life. Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet store. Walk-ins welcome, or visit goodfeet.com for more information.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Shelley Winter for D. Geller & Son. When I was looking for an engagement ring, I could have gone anywhere, but I wanted to go to a place where I knew I can get better quality hand-picked diamonds and an unbeatable value. An incredible selection, custom designs, and they have on-site jewelers and an expert staff helped me because they're trained gemologists. They have 3 convenient locations: Atlanta, Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com. Go to dgeller.com right now and be like me. Get the best quality diamond you'll ever get for her in your life.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Tiffany, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was wonderful in answering any questions I had along the way. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com, and start packing.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
When the weather is at its worst,
we're looking at potentially 48 consecutive hours with temperatures below freezing.
We're at our best.
Prepare for this Arctic and prolonged cold.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Several surface streets are shut down around the metro.
Tune in often for the latest.
Right now, more than 900 flights are canceled or delayed at Hartsfield.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
Yeah, the indoor parade is turning out to be as silly as you would have thought. It's like kind of like trying to do Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in the WSB lobby. Very odd.
The little circus field.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, walking around. And again, like, people are like twirling their big flags and are knocking people in the face.
They got the baton twirlers, the guys with the fake guns. I love parade.
Yeah, Trump loves a parade. So.
You know who doesn't?
Much
J.D.
like
Vance's kids.
Yeah, well, they're kids.
They're bored.
They're bored out of their minds,
Trump,
of course, as they should be, as all good kids would be.
What would Trump have done? I mean, he wanted to parade around the military equipment a couple of times. There's no way you could have done it indoors. Just have the missile going in circles.
Mini tanks. How about drones?
Oh, have the drones flying.
Spinning around.
And then, what did you say? You got an update from DeKalb school system or something? But
yes.
We found an interesting use of language. Basically, there's no school tomorrow, right?
There's no school.
Right. But they can't say that, and they have a new term for it rather than just saying
Yeah,
weather day.
Schools are closed, but it'll be an asynchronous learning day.
It's an asynchronous
Which I
learning
had to
day.
Google.
Well, I know. Asynchronous means it's not in sync, it's not in sync.
Well, it's a teaching method.
Atypical is not typical. Asynchronous is not synchronous.
It's a method that allows students to learn at their own pace and time, rather than at a set time with an instructor.
That sounds to me like that's going to produce way more geniuses.
I think so.
You know, that whole thing where you're forced to kind of do stuff over and over again, that's terrible.
Yeah.
We need for children to decide when they're going to learn.
It's just
But what this means is we're not actually going to give the kids a weather day. They got to sit in front of their computers and pretend to be at school.
Older kids, I imagine. I think teachers can work from home remotely as well. It's just I think this comes out of COVID.
I know, asynchronous teaching.
$2 word.
Let's not call it an asynchronous teaching day. Hello. How about asynchronous teaching opportunity?
Oh, there we go.
Thinking.
I'm here to say that words matter. Daggone it. Kobe Dawkins says there's volume on the south side.
And that's correct. It's looking a little sluggish leaving McDonough. 75 northbound brake light stretch from Highway 155 to Jonesboro Road. And looking southbound, you're free and clear of delays leaving 675 getting into McDonough. How are the rides on Georgia 400, Chinway?
I think everybody's already at home, Kobe, because right now you're seeing green from 285 all the way up through Alpharetta. Speed limit from Sandy Springs through Roswell. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Please don't drink and drive, but if you're stopped by the police, will you know your legal rights? George Stein has developed a driver's rights card that you can print for free from georgestein.com. Know your rights before you're stopped. Print yours at georgestein.com.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
I'm Chris Chandler. When you join us Tuesday for Atlanta's Morning News, Storm Center continuing to refine the locations, the amounts of possible wintry weather. We'll preview the first full day of the second Trump administration. Triple Team Traffic reports every 6 minutes. Plus, Clark Howard's got good news if you're a Metro Atlanta renter. And a 5K a day bonus blitz continues too. Your chance to win $1,000 just by listening to Atlanta's Morning News on WSB.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and it's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right. You don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Planning to propose this Valentine's Day? Shane Company has your back. Our easy process to create your dream engagement ring is rock solid. 1. Pick your ring setting. 2. Choose your center stone. 3. Personalize it. With our wide selection of beautiful settings and hand-picked diamonds and gemstones, all at competitive prices, your ring will be as unique as your love story. We'll hand-set your ring in our jeweler's workshop right here in our store and protect it with our free lifetime warranty. Walk in with a dream, walk out with the ring that will take their breath away. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
When the weather is at its worst,
It'll be just the beginning of the weather we're going to get.
we're at our best.
Tracking a blast of very cold air.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Crash now shutting down Holcomb Bridge Road entirely.
Tune in often for the latest.
Temperatures down into the teens to low 20s.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, Metro Atlanta facing a winter weather advisory tomorrow.
1/2 inch to 1 inch of snowfall is expected in the metro region on Tuesday. That's not quite enough to issue a winter storm warning, but it may be enough to create hazardous travel conditions because anything that falls is likely going to stick to the ground.
29 degrees now in Atlanta. How cold does it get tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. And we are seeing a growing list of school closures for tomorrow. Atlanta Public Schools, Coweta County, Henry County, Griffin, Spalding County schools closed. Also Newton County, Fayette County, Cobb County, Marietta City schools closed. Clayton County, Fulton County, Douglas County, and Cherokee County schools also closing tomorrow. It's a remote learning day in Gwinnett County, Rockdale County, DeKalb County, as well as the city of Decatur. For a full list, go to WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. Governor Kemp declaring a state of emergency for all of Georgia in preparation for freezing temperatures and winter weather expected tomorrow. The state of emergency runs through next Tuesday, January 28th. Road crews are prepping for another winter storm threat, but this one is a bit different.
Usually it's Metro Atlanta and North Georgia expecting winter weather, but this time South Georgia could get it worse. So the DOT's Natalie Dale says it's a true statewide prep plan.
We are treating and focusing on over 6,000 lane miles of interstates alone for this, and that's the equivalent of treating 2 lanes from New York to LA.
And whatever falls from the sky isn't the only possible problem. She says with extended freezing temperatures this week, other issues like burst underwater pipes could lead to frozen roads. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Even the Georgia coast is bracing for a rare snowstorm. Savannah Mayor Van Johnson urging people not to go out.
Stay home, watch Netflix, make some soup, enjoy your family. The schools are closed. and let's find ways just to hunker down.
Snow expected from Houston, Texas, all the way to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. It is a day of history in Washington, D.C., the inauguration of President Trump.
CBS News special report with his family members and key advisors seated in 3 rows behind him. Newly inaugurated President Donald Trump was announced at Capital One Arena just a bit ago to cheers and applause, walking right through the crowd with his wife next to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 47th President of the United States of America.
This looks like a rally from when he was campaigning, but thousands of supporters are in this arena instead of the usual march through the streets of Washington because of just how cold it is. On the other side of the stage from the lectern are a chair and desk with documents, likely orders for the president to sign. He spoke about the orders during his inauguration speech.
Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense.
CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
Dozens of local Republicans gathered to watch the Trump inauguration at a party in Midtown Atlanta.
The crowd inside the Hudson Grill went silent as Trump took the oath of office.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Some people like Susie Welch were overcome by the ceremony.
It's a history-making moment.
Trump's speech garnering rounds of applause from the crowd here. Denise Lasorte says she liked the address.
I thought it was very optimistic, uplifting, inspiring, and I'm excited about the future.
Everyone here telling me they are hopeful and looking forward to the next 4 years. In Midtown, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Across Metro Atlanta, people celebrate Martin Luther King Day, including the annual service at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. And join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special 1-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and it begins with Kobe Dawkins.
And now dealing with a new crash, I-20 westbound near Capitol Avenue, exit 58. That crash blocks out 1 to 2 right lanes. Delays begin at Boulevard. And looking at rides getting into the northwest, 75 northbound, just a tap of the brakes, leaving the south 120 loop, getting into Kennesaw at Chastain Road. And then you are free and clear getting into Ackworth. How are rides on the perimeter in the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center? Here's Chinway.
Well, checking on the inner loop, I-285 southbound, you're slowing in Clarkston just past Highway 78, Stone Mountain Freeway, and not breaking free until North Decatur Road. And then you're slow again around Redan Road, and then it breaks free until you get to I-285 westbound. You're slow up until just past Flat Shoals Parkway, exit 48. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies and cold tonight as temperatures fall into the upper teens to low 20s for tomorrow morning. Wind chills will be in the single digits. Cloudy skies through tomorrow afternoon. Watching for snow showers through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will only be in the low to mid 30s. Up to half an inch of accumulating snow expected from Carrollton to Noonan, Fayetteville to McDonough, and as far east as Conyers and Covington. While these may seem to be low snowfall totals, anything that falls is going to stick to the ground, so be careful with any hazardous travel conditions tomorrow evening. Wednesday, morning low 16. Wednesday afternoon, mostly sunny, high 35. Thursday, partly cloudy, morning lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the 40s. Friday, mostly sunny, high 45.
26 in Sandy Springs right now. It's 28 in Forest Park and 32 in Brazelton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. By the way, in case you didn't know, this here show becomes a podcast. There's a podcast version of it every day. Grab the Von Hessler Doctrine as a podcast on WSBRadio.com, the WSB Radio app, or any of your favorite podcatchers. So I don't know that we did this yet. I think Kid Rock was on Fox and Friends talking about a call he got from Trump. And for one thing, this is the whole, now Fox, their people are, it's just like, they couldn't be more happy. Just like, what he did what? Oh my gosh, isn't he great? Oh, for heaven's sakes, he gave you a call. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, it's just great. It's just, so now we just, this is the coverage we're going to get from Fox for the next 4 years. It's just wonderful.
it sounds like you had to run the plans by the Secret Service, and they said no fireworks and no girls on poles. And then your phone started ringing, and who was it?
Yeah, Friday morning, I got a call from the president and Melania, and it's kind of mind-blowing. I've tried to leave him alone. I've got a lot on his plate, I would think, right now, and to find the time to call and shoot the junk with me. But yeah, he got a call and he goes, "Did the Secret Service really tell you you can't use strippers?" I'm like, "No, sir, I was just joking around." He goes, "That's funny." That's funny. He's so fun. He's so fun.
He's so fun.
I'm a cut up, that's right.
They sound like they're talking to like a fourth grader.
Yes.
And then who called you on the phone?
What happened? So what?
Yeah.
Now tell your story again. Come on, Molly. Tell.
I saw the guy that called me,
And then what-
I said, then he said hi.
Tell her what he said though. Tell him what he
And
said.
then he said no stripper.
He's so fun. He's so fun.
Well,
It's funny.
I miss Joe C. more than you can imagine.
It's nice to know that these elections are really about which 24-hour news network won. It's like, but in reality, won't CNN do better than they've done? Because don't they do better when
Typically, yeah, they do
I mean,
better
but
when
but they've got a thing now because I don't think that their new management wants to go direct attack dog the way they did last time.
They're
which
going to
got
leave that
them-
up to MSNBC.
Right, which is their natural role.
Right.
But then where's CNN?
They'll just be in the middle.
What's that?
News.
But it won't. It won't be because it ends up being MSNBC Light.
Right.
Where, like, if you wanted that, why wouldn't you just go to MSNBC? If it was really news, this is how you know. This is how you know that it's not. Whenever people say, "Oh, this isn't real news. This is real," no, you know you're getting real news when every once in a while you find out what's happening in some other country.
Yes.
At a time when there's no threat of war with us.
That's why I watch.
That never happens.
That's why you watch Newsmax too.
Oh, is that what they is a, I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's a big world and lots of news is made outside of the United States of America. And so you will know that you're actually watching news straight down the line what happened today. So every once in a while, well, this thing happened in Africa. You would see that. But the way that our news works is America is the only story, and the only time you hear about other countries is when we begin to convince you that you should agree that we all have to go to war with X country. Remember all of that Ukraine coverage leading up to oh, no, it didn't exist. The troubles have been going on since 2014. Remember all that? No, it didn't exist. The moment it came up on your plate was, oh, we're going to war, and this is why you need to be on X side of this. So that's when you'll know, and it'll never happen. If you ever turn on a news station in America, and just every once in a while something comes out of, another country, and it has nothing to do with us going to potentially going to war with them, that will be when you know, oh, they're just kind of giving me the news of the world.
That's why it is fascinating to flip over to like an F-24 for a little while. And
What
you're
is
like,
F-24?
That's the
Is that like a
French 24?
Oh, I thought it was a porn site. F-24.
It's for people that really don't like the show 24.
Yeah, they just dog it.
F-24.
They go back and they recount all the episodes and what they didn't like
And
about
they figured out it added up to more than 24 hours.
I know, that's ridiculous, right?
It's absurd.
No, but F-24, you go over there and you hear about these international stories like what you're talking about. You're like, I had no idea this was
No, it
going
is
on.
odd, but the other countries cover the world. We don't cover the world. The only time we cover the world, like I said, is when it's time to convince you that we have to go to war with somebody.
Greg covers the world.
Is he with us? Because
He
he
is
wasn't
with
with us. I was vamping. I don't want to hear any blowback from Greg. Because I was just vamping because he wasn't there. But if he's there, then let's do this.
He's a misanthrope, he has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist. It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Inauguration Day edition.
Now, that doesn't mean every story has to be about Inauguration Day. Doesn't even mean any story has to be about Inauguration Day.
It's just Inauguration Day.
Yeah. Greg,
it is big news across the world. You're talking about finding news that covers other parts of the world. So I decided to look up New Zealand news.
Yeah?
And dominating the New Zealand news is the inauguration. Though I did come across a story about a crew of runners who were mauled by a pack of savage wild dogs.
This is news.
That was a thing.
This is what's happening. What are you, Tim? This is a horrible story. Just because it's in New Zealand doesn't mean
it was buried under all the Trump stuff, but
but
it was there.
It was a funny headline.
It's kind of a
tragedy.
Are they okay? I don't want
They got mauled.
Well,
they're okay. They lived.
All right.
Did they live?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Were any of the Finn family of music family? Were any of them hurt?
Or Taiki Waititi?
Harmed?
Let's hope he's okay.
The people that we know from New Zealand. Neil Finn's okay. He did not get mauled by.
Though I did see this. This pack of roaming dogs has killed more than 35 Kiwis. And that's what.
That's so. Wait, there's a pack of roaming dogs. See, this is the kind of news we need to find out. What if these roaming dogs? Oh, we always hear, oh, there's a new virus in China. What about this pack of roving dogs in New
I
Zealand?
mean, they know how to doggy paddle. They could swim across the ocean.
This could be on our shores before we know it. I don't think it's something we should be ignoring. Thank you, Greg Russ, for bringing it up.
I have a plan to stop the roving dogs from New Zealand. No more dogs from New Zealand.
We're going to
But
eat
this is
them,
what's
right?
confusing in this article.
We'll
and
eat
not
them,
clear.
give them to Haiti.
What? Excuse me? What?
What's not clear in this article is this. I just mentioned that this pack of roaming dogs has killed 35 Kiwis. People from New Zealand are also called Kiwis. So did they kill the birds or people?
Well,
I need to get to the bottom of that part.
Yeah, no, I think it's the
difference.
people, right? It's probably, they wouldn't say it. They wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be news if 35 birds had been killed in the entire country
Well,
of New Zealand.
They love that bird.
They may, but I mean,
They're
that's just
named
not-
after the bird.
I get it. We're kind of like that with eagles. Oh, an eagle was killed. Well, what am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah, the scavengers.
By the way,
Majestic scavenger.
Eagles themselves are not aware of the fact of that they are the national icon.
Oh, they know.
You
That's
know
why
that?
they're so majestic.
Is
It's
that why
because they're showing off.
What you call majestic, I call arrogant. Look at us soaring high above everything.
They do look arrogant. So
They
when I was in Maine, you can see bald eagles. They fly around. They land on the trees near the frozen lake. And the way they perch there's an arrogance to it.
Certainly, yeah. That's why.
They look proud.
But then again, they go digging through the trash. So much pride is there.
That's my point. My point is when it comes to things that are not human, they're just driven by eating. We're driven by eating. Well, they're driven by eating and sex.
That's it.
We're driven by eating, sex, and
power.
Football. But no.
Football is certainly in there.
People seem to be obsessed with the game of football. And I don't think any animals are. I don't think any of your pets. Oh, you can knit them a sweater with your team's logo on it, but I don't think your pet gives a damn who wins or loses the game. I'm sorry to say. Only humans can be that stupid to give a damn about who wins a game. Only humans.
That is kind of ridiculous. If other animals could think like we do, they would probably make fun of us for getting upset when our team loses.
It'd be like, hey, what's
idiots.
The apples beat the peanuts. Who gives a damn?
You don't think my parrot? You don't think my parrot knows what's going on TV?
I don't think so, and I think that's good. That's ignorance is bliss. Like me as a Bills fan, I just want to be put to sleep tonight. Just put me into a coma, and wake me up the day after the Super Bowl, and just tell me what happened. It would be a lot easier.
And you can watch the recaps if the Bills
Oh yeah,
win.
yes. I can jump in and just be as happy as hell. Wake me up the next day.
So
I should wake up on the way to the parade. Just like wake up in a car. Where are we going? Hey, the Bills won the Super Bowl. What? Really? And I didn't have to go through any stress along the way? This is fantastic.
Now, without that stress, then it's not fun. I don't think you would care if you went into a coma today and you woke up in a couple weeks and the Bills had won the Super Bowl. It doesn't feel the same. It wouldn't feel the same.
No, but
if you watched the games.
What would be great is if I woke up in the fourth quarter. I get a little bit of that, bit of the stress.
You could have said that as a Falcons fan. If I just wake up when they go to the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter.
Doesn't always work out. That's because I was rooting for them. I apologize that I brought my Bills jinx here in the late 90s. Hey, but you get to Super Bowls. That's the good
That
news.
is still everywhere. I saw a comment section. There was some stupid video that posed a question about if you could press a button and start your life over with all the knowledge you have now, but your life wouldn't play out the same. Would you do it? Point is, somebody said yes. I would go back. I would put money into NVIDIA, and I would bet on the Patriots to beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, my God. Like, at halftime, they said they would place that bet knowing It's never going to go away. Is my point.
Oh,
Falcons
you
will
said
never live it down.
Hey, listen, dude. Try having your favorite franchise lose 4 in a row. All right, I'm sorry. I don't have.
I was thinking about that earlier.
We have so many. We've got wide right.
2083 is brutal.
We've got wide right. We've got 4 in a row. We've got the Music City Miracle. We've got the 13-second game. It never ends. That's why I couldn't believe we won yesterday, because it was so close and the ball actually started bouncing our way. Mark Andrews, he doesn't catch that. I mean, that's insane. Kobe Dawkins says there's volume getting into Gwinnett.
And I'm tracking it leaving DeKalb County. Some brake lights leaving Spaghetti Junction, I-285 to Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102. And then just a tap of the pedal getting into Swanee. How are the rides in downtown, Chinway?
Actually smoother than normal for this time, Kobe. I-85, 75 southbound. You're only slowing around North Avenue, and then it breaks free, and then a little bit of slowage again around the Grady Curve. Now, what you do want to take note of is that the College National Championship is taking place this evening in just about an hour, so the delays are already building up on the west side. You can avoid those delays by taking Joseph E. Boone Boulevard until about 11 p.m. this evening. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Valentine's Day is the time to pull out all the stops and sweep that special someone off their feet. It's the most romantic holiday of the year, so what better time to visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Buford. This is Scott Slade. Tara is Atlanta's first stop for lavish, heartfelt surprises. Their natural diamonds are more beautiful than you could imagine. From fashionable diamond necklaces to stackable bangle bracelets and rings, Tara has the perfect gift for you. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company, only 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia. Tara Fine Jewelry Company. It's worth the drive.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When athletes and actors want to be protected, they hire an agent to represent them. It's Smilin' Mark McKay. If you've been injured, you need representation too. You need the strong arm. John Foy and Associates. Get your free case evaluation with 0 upfront costs. JohnFoy.com.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS. That's new, NORDICUSA.com or CVS.
Well, it looks like he's about to speak. The parade is over. I think it was truncated. It turns out once you remove all the fire engines and stuff, parades aren't much.
Well, I'll have that next.
Huh?
I'll have that at the White House next week.
What did you say about elephants?
Were there elephants? Because it was in the arena, I'm thinking of like a circus parade. It's changed my perception of the
No.
parade.
It was just basically, I think what it is these marching bands, it's a big deal for them to be in this. And so it was basically the marching band. They had a thing from Butler, Pennsylvania, with the jacket of the guy who died at the rally and all of that at the very beginning. And then after that, it seemed like it was just kind of like marching bands. And now he's speaking, and then he's going to go over and sit at that little desk. I don't know if you're looking at this, Greg. And he's going to start always knowing the show business. And you got to give it, this is good show business, is he's going to go over and start signing those executive orders on stage.
All 5,000.
In front of everybody.
Is there an announcer? Because that would be cool if there was an announcer telling you what the executive order was and what it was going to do.
It
and
needs,
really got it's like the stadium announcer says, Falcons, first down.
Yeah, everybody cheers, and then Now, the weird thing about signing these things is usually you use like 5, 6, 7 pens. When you're a president, you have to learn how to do your signature so that it somewhat matches, but you have to learn how to do it by doing your signature in like 3 or 4 parts. so that you can use like 3 pens.
But usually that's when
to
it's
sign
a bill,
something.
though, right? Not an executive order.
Well, I think he's
got a stack of pens.
He's got a stack of pens there because
People like
these
to
are.
keep the pens. They do.
And so you did, but that would be very hard. I can barely have 2 of my signatures that match hardly at all. I don't know how you can teach yourself to go 1/3 of it. Okay, this pen's for you. All right, the next third of it, this pen's for you. That's, and especially with his, because his signature looks like an EKG, just like, but it's surprisingly not messy. I don't mean that it's
there's
like
a neatness and structure to
yeah,
it.
they very much match one another, but it looks like an EKG readout.
And he doesn't use cursive very much. He will write, or he will print out like block letters when he writes.
That's how I am.
A note.
I've heard people say don't trust anyone who prints.
Why?
Why?
Well, I don't know, because I wouldn't trust myself because I've always done that.
I print.
Yeah, I print.
I learned cursive. I know people don't even learn cursive anymore.
I guess it's coming back.
Nah, they teach it
I
now.
think they're saying it's making
Oh,
a comeback.
Is it back?
I don't know. I hear it's
My
making a
kids are
comeback.
learning it.
Her kids are learning it,
That's
and
good.
they're
Maybe it never went away. Maybe it was an outrage story.
It could have been.
Something that people put out there just to stir you up.
Common Core. They took it away.
There was a story last week saying that the National Archives needed people that knew how to read and write cursive because they couldn't transcribe these documents.
Well, some of that's difficult, even if you can, like those Civil War letters.
Yeah.
Can't read those.
Yeah, the S,
Henrietta.
the S is a T, the T is an F.
Congress.
Not back then.
Congref.
No, that's too close.
Congref. What's Congref?
Yes, foundational documents, yeah, but not like letters.
I'm
from
going.
the
I'm
Civil
going to
War.
argue. I'm going to argue that Constitution does not apply. Those words don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
How
What
can
is
that
weird
apply?
S that's an F.
We don't have a Congref.
My dearest Martha, I will be appearing before Congress.
At this point, haven't they already transcribed all of the documents from that time? You would think documents,
Not every letter couldn't be.
but every important one you would think.
Yeah.
We still
Well,
have
you know what?
letters.
The things that are important have changed.
I can't wait to
Maybe.
read about Melania talking about her hat.
All right, this whole thing about I got to say something.
This hat's
now
ridiculous.
that they're
it's bad.
indoors, I mean, you cannot see her face.
That's on purpose.
Of course it is.
It's very dark.
There is a
coded to me. Like,
statement
there's-
going on, and there was
Yes.
one point during the parade. There's some kind of thing going on here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is her countenance today is supposed to represent. I'm not smart enough for that, but there is some attitude there because for a while during the parade, everybody was standing while they were walking by, like it was the Virginia band, and she was sitting. Like everybody else around her was standing, and she was sitting. And I
It's a
just
secret
thought,
code.
is it? Is it me?
I am doing secret telegraph eyes, Morse code.
You could not see her face.
Right,
It's
but
hilarious.
the people that look, they are getting secret message.
Okay, well, okay, so you're doing the good work of the country.
I'm looking at a picture of Trump trying to kiss her with the hat on.
Oh,
The
no, I
brim-
saw that. I saw
the
that.
The brim keeps him from getting in there.
Yes.
So maybe
That's
she
why
wore it.
you do that. That's why
This-
women wear those big hats.
I
is to
mean,
keep
it
people
may
away.
not be Trump. It may be that she knows that, like,
Everyone.
Biden can come in at any
Hey, how you
moment.
doing,
you know?
baby?
Halitosis.
Yes, like,
Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess that's true. As the first
Clinton?
as the first lady.
Clinton is going to come slobbering out.
Hey, I open my mouth a little bit, getting peck on cheese.
It's got to be a lot.
That's all I was watching when they were standing there was just how Clinton's mouth was just open.
Yeah.
It's got to be a lot of kisses.
He was checking out Lauren Sanchez too, Bill Clinton.
Well, listen, that every time somebody objectifies and checks out Laura Sanchez, it makes Jeff Bezos' day. This
Yeah.
guy started a bookstore in his garage, and now he's like
And
the
look like a
third
dork.
richest, and he's with this. What did you call it? The real.
A real doll.
Yeah, he has his own real life real doll, who is just bizarre looking. And he loves it. He just needs it. He needs people to look at his wife and go, "Ooh, wow."
Am I
That's-
good enough now, Daddy? Look at my pretty hot wife, Daddy.
As much as people were talking about that earlier in the day, the top trend now is Elon Musk's what appears to be a right arm straight salute. So
Oh,
people
yeah,
are
that's what I was just
while he was
told.
waving. Yeah, people are talking about it.
No, I think it was definitely. Come on.
The Fourth Reich shall rise.
They're so brazen now.
I mean, we know it wasn't, but let's spend the next 24, 48 hours eating up some time talking about what if it was. Kobe Dawkins says there's volume on the south side.
Yeah, some volume moving through Locust Grove. Those minor delays start before Bill Gardner Parkway 2, Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. Past that, you are free and clear getting to the perimeter, I-285. How are the rides on I-20, Chinway?
Surprisingly, right now, we're not seeing any delays. I-20 westbound, you got a little bit of a slow spot once you hit 285, but you're free and clear long before you get to Fulton Industrial Boulevard. And over on the East Expressway, you're slowing and going I-20 eastbound near Panola Road, exit 71. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any model, age, system, or make. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in AMCO just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to AMCO.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned AMCO near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, Metro Atlanta bracing for the latest winter weather threat, and that includes possible snow.
The National Weather Service has upgraded the winter storm watch to a winter weather advisory for the Metro Atlanta area. This will be in effect from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning. A winter weather advisory is issued whenever we anticipate snow showers to accumulate, but not quite to the amount that meets the criteria for a winter storm warning. In this case, 1/2 inch to 1 inch of snowfall is expected in the metro region on Tuesday. That's not quite enough to issue a winter storm warning, but it may be enough to create hazardous travel conditions because anything that falls is likely going to stick to the ground.
Right now, it is a bone-chilling 28 degrees in Atlanta. How cold is it going to get tonight? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A long list of school closures for tomorrow. Bartow County, Atlanta Public Public Schools, Coweta County, Henry County, Griffin, Spalding County, Newton County all closed. Also Fayette County, Cobb County, Marietta City Schools, Clayton County, Fulton County, Douglas County, and Cherokee County schools are closed. Remote learning tomorrow for Gwinnett County, Rockdale, City of Decatur, DeKalb County, Forsyth County, and Paulding County schools. For a full list, go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. Governor Kemp declares a state of emergency for all of Georgia, and airlines are getting ready for the winter weather threat.
The State of Emergency Executive Order authorizes the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency to activate the State Operations Center and mobilize any needed resources for potential impacts. Delta Airlines and Frontier Airlines have issued waivers allowing travelers some flexibility to change their flights to, from, and through Atlanta on Monday and Tuesday, as well as many Gulf Coast cities. United and Southwest are also offering waivers for travelers through Atlanta and through many other cities in the South between Monday and Wednesday. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia DOT is preparing for this second winter weather event in less than 2 weeks, and this one includes treating roads in South Georgia.
We've got freezing rain at the Georgia-Florida border expected. We've got snow in our southern counties that rarely ever see snow.
The Georgia DOT's Natalie Dale says they're treating over 6,000 miles of interstates alone. A day-long celebration as Donald Trump is inaugurated as the nation's 47th president.
CBS News special report at a Washington, D.C. arena, another inauguration event for President Trump. Law enforcement and medical personnel from Butler County, Pennsylvania, who responded to the assassination attempt on Trump back in July, marched in front of the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this very special event, let us now take a moment of silence in honor of Corey Comparatori.
Comparatori shielded his family from the gunfire with his own body that day. For his part, this will be Trump's third speech today. He said this earlier during his inauguration address.
A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before.
Thousands of supporters are inside the arena.
Very proud of him, very proud of his journey. Never surrender, never back down. And just like he's been with the American people since day one, we're here to be with him.
CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
Across Metro Atlanta today, people celebrate Martin Luther King Day. At Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Victoria Sejo says Dr. King's legacy highlights peace and goodwill, which she says we need right now.
Diversity, inclusion, empowerment, patience, looking out for your fellow man.
And join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special one-hour show on the life and works of Dr. King on 95.5 WSB. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic now with Kobe Dawkins.
And Bill, we're seeing some new trouble, or getting word of new trouble in DeKalb County, I-20 westbound near Panola Road, exit 71. We had multiple traffic troopers telling us 1 to 2 lanes blocked due to a crash, but I'm not seeing that you need an alternate, though. I'm not looking at rides on the downtown connector in both directions, 75-85. It's in pretty good shape. Not seeing anything holding you up from 17th Street to Langford Parkway. In the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, here's Chinway.
Looking at the northwest, and northwest is best. Kobe, I-75 northbound, not seeing much of a delay until you hit New Chastain Road, exit 271. You're seeing a little bit of yellow. If you're coming back the other way, I-75 southbound, no delays at this time from 575 to the perimeter. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies and cold tonight as temperatures fall into the upper teens to low 20s for tomorrow morning. Wind chills will be in the single digits. Cloudy skies through tomorrow afternoon. Watching for snow showers through the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will only be in the low to mid 30s. Up to half an inch of accumulating snow expected from Carrollton to Noonan, Fayetteville to McDonough, and as far east as Conyers and Covington. While these may seem to be low snowfall totals, anything that falls is going to stick to the ground, so be careful with any hazardous travel conditions tomorrow evening. Wednesday, morning low 16. Wednesday afternoon, mostly sunny, high 35. Thursday, partly cloudy, morning lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the 40s. Friday, mostly sunny, high 45.
And right now, 28 in Midtown Atlanta, 25 in Dunwoody, and 27 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hi, this is Drew Jones, one of your advisors at the Lloyd Advisory Group. It's that time of year where we make New Year's resolutions. And my number one New Year's resolution is being more intentional with my time. Now, as a soon-to-be retiree or retiree, that might ring true to you because you want to spend your time more intentionally and you don't want to have the burden of having to deal with a financial plan, a retirement plan, investments, taxes, all of those sorts of things that fall under the umbrella of the Lloyd Advisory Group. So if one of your resolutions is to put together a holistic retirement plan tailored to your specific needs, call us at 770-766-5611 for your complimentary financial review. That's 770-766-5611.
Advisory services offered through Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC. The Lloyd Group Incorporated is an independent licensed insurance agency, and you may be provided with information regarding the purchase of insurance and other financial products.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
When you open a garage door, you realize we live in magical times. People used to live in huts made from dung. Now we have houses so big there's a special door on the front so you can drive your car right inside. And the door opens itself by magic when you're still half a block away. Imagine telling that to the townsfolk who had to yank open the castle drawbridge with a giant chain every time the king felt like a stroll. So why doesn't your garage door do all the magical, wonderful things we've worked 4.5 billion years to invent? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. We repair broken or stubborn garage doors and get them working like new. Better parts, fresh lubrication, full service, good as new. Magical times. You don't have to live every day with an awesome thing that isn't awesome just because it needs to be fixed. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Magical times.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Trump just, in his speech, put in chronological order his favorite words. And so it was God. Religion.
Religion.
Number 3, love.
We gotta have love.
And 4,
windmills.
No. Tariffs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tariffs.
Tariffs.
Windmills
were
were
5.
That was 5. Windmills are 5th.
Greg Russ still with us, but also we want to check in one more time with the world's coldest, loneliest reporter, George Clark, who went to the inauguration, booked everything long before they decided to move it indoors. And so throughout the day, George, are we getting a tipsy George at this point? Are you imbibing? What's been happening all day long for your inaugural day?
Yeah, the last I spoke to you, I was at the Watergate Hotel, so I did have a couple of beers at the Watergate bar, but
Yeah. How much?
I wouldn't say that I'm too tipsy or anything. How much were they, or how much?
What did
how many
they
beers?
cost?
2 beers at what
They were
cost?
expensive. They were $13.
Hey, inauguration day prices.
That's his whole budget.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not taking much money with him. By the way, have you bumped into Shelley Winter yet at this point? Or are you just walking around all alone, D.C., just frightened and
I haven't
cold?
bumped into him, but I did talk to him on the phone. We discussed, he did go to that event that we discussed earlier with the Kentucky Republicans, and he seemed to enjoy it. He said it had an open bar, and he was getting ready to go to a ball.
Oh, he's going to one of the inaugural balls.
Which one?
Yes.
Do you and you have no access to any inauguration balls? You're just basically.
I don't have any access, and even if I did, I don't have a tuxedo, so I think I wouldn't be allowed in. I think most of these balls have a dress code.
You could have borrowed Jared's. I saw Jared was very excited that he bought his own tuxedo and he posted about
He
it.
keeps showing everybody. He's so enamored with himself in this tuxedo.
Whoa, hold on a second.
I do have to admit,
I'm proud of myself and for being 35 years old
and finally being able to afford a tuxedo, I'm proud of
But
myself.
here's the thing: it's a humble brag. You're showing the picture because you look really good, cleaned up.
I was given
You're
that
very
picture
proud of yourself.
from my friend's
Come on,
wedding.
now let's.
It was a friend's wedding.
I got
It was
to
pretty.
Just
It's a strange metric to say now that you're 30-something, you can finally afford a tuxedo.
Yes.
When are you going to need a tuxedo?
Well, now the weddings are over. Yeah,
Well,
you've got nothing.
I have 5 weddings this spring, guys, and 2 of them are black tie affairs, so I actually have to wear it twice this spring.
And if you do glance at this quick enough, he does look like possibly the next Bond.
I appreciate that.
And I think that's
you.
why you're showing it to so many people because it's a damn good picture. Just
Do you
admit
like-
it.
I do like the
Shaking
picture.
or just stirred?
just admit.
I'm sorry to have deflected. Eric. Do you mind if I ask George about that video he sent last night, where he was at some half-empty bar and he documented some dudes dancing?
I did not see that video, so go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just curious
Yeah.
where you were and what the context. He sent it to the group text. So
I
you
know.
could
That's
watch
why I
if
didn't
you
see
wanted.
it. That's why I didn't see it.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, so
I give
that
it
was
a
one of
thumbs
the that was one of the few right-wing bars here in DC, and obviously the game was on. This was Saturday night, so the Commanders were playing, and I was checking that out.
Okay.
And then at about halftime, a gentleman walked into the bar and made an announcement that there was going to be a presentation. And he was a part of some political action committee, and he and his mother gave a presentation about Republicans in Colorado and the support that they need. And then about 10 minutes later, he was doing a coordinated dance with another gentleman on the floor. It was it was interesting.
Was this more about the messaging? Like, was this part of the act to get people more interested in Colorado Republicans, the dance, or
I think the event was about that, and then the dancing just happened to coincide.
just sort of broke out? They're just crazy people who like to dance.
Yeah, young people. It seemed like almost like a TikTok. They were doing coordinated movements
Oh,
together.
these are young Republicans.
Yeah, it was a young gentleman, and he was there with his mother. Yeah.
Was this part of the pitch?
Okay.
Was this-
Hey, listen, the Republicans are more
Mother, come
accepting.
dance with me, Mother.
She's his
Let's do our
accountability.
choreographed dance. We've been practicing in the kitchen all morning.
This is how we get more Colorado Republicans, is to have the choreographed dance.
I really think it's going to work. I really do.
Yeah.
I think I see Colorado going red by the next congressional. So I'm interested in you, George Clark, being there, cold, lonely. Are you enjoying your day? And have you met anybody? I mean, any chance of a little afternoon delight? What's going on? You meeting
I don't
anybody?
think that's happening.
Yeah.
I did see online. I'm a big fan of an internet reality show called Fish Tank, and there are a couple of past cast members that are here in town, and they seem to be going to a party that's going to be like an open event. So I
That's
think
where
I
you need to
found
be. You need to be
something
with
that could-
those, George. You need to be with those losers. Now, hold on.
Exactly.
Like,
my kind of losers.
is that like that comedian who just constantly bitches all the time about other comedians?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
part of that. And,
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that dude, but hey, you are, and that's a good thing. And you probably know more about him than I do. Maybe he's a brilliant
Is
person.
that Owen Benjamin?
No, it's some
No,
of this.
not Owen Benjamin.
What's
Sam
the guy?
Hyde is the
Sam Hyde. He's just always
he's not important.
he's always dissing with people, and but I don't know what he did that's so great. That's the thing. It's like I feel like I should
he
know.
made a very funny show back in the day, and
Yeah, but
and
he's one.
There's this internet reality show that I like as well. So
He's one of these guys, though, that not only vapes but uses one of those large carburetor vapes, and doesn't seem that he can't present anything without that being a part of it.
The
And when-
douche salute.
Yeah, the thing was. It's like I don't know, man. You might be saying the most important, interesting things in the. I'm not hearing them. All I'm seeing is this huge vape, annoying thing.
Check out my clouds.
He's got the vanilla grape flavor, man. Come
I don't
on.
know.
Those
I
are the
don't
good
know.
ones.
Anyway, you like him, and
The
maybe
point is,
I would like him. I don't know. I think I've been exposed to him in a way where he just seems to constantly be bitching about other comedians. That's the thing that I see, and then I don't know the great thing he did, which I would
well, the
have
point
balance.
is, I may not be alone tonight, which is that's the important thing here.
Are you and Sam Hyde going to get it on?
No, that's not in the books. But,
Okay.
Remains to be seen. You can't plan something like that.
That's right. Are you taking a date? Do you have a date? Have you met anybody up there?
No,
Okay.
I am going to be celebrating my birthday tomorrow, and I was at the bus stop last night, and I started talking to a girl, and she had planned her birthday, which was last night, quite before the election, and she was planning on celebrating a Kamala inauguration and her birthday, and she only got to celebrate one of those.
Oh, okay. And were you kind to her? Because obviously you're in different parts of the political spectrum. So
I was polite.
Very good. Very nice. You should
What
have.
did you say? I want to know what you exactly what you said to her.
I just said, how are you doing? What are you here for? And she told me that. She basically said that, and then the conversation was over. She walked inside a CVS.
She could sniff that you were MAGA.
Yeah, she got away.
She got away. This guy's going to be all toxic if I stick around.
Are you on Tinder or any of the apps while you're there?
No, I have not ventured onto any of the
because that would be cool.
dating
You could
apps.
set your location there and see what's available.
And then Autumn shows up.
No Trump.
MAGA mom.
I'm off the apps, baby.
She'll say anything.
Oh, the MAGA mom. Find a MAGA mom, a single MAGA mom. She will rock
And then
your
just
world.
do it for the show. Just do it for content.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll be on the lookout for a nice MAGA mom, and hopefully I'll have a story for tomorrow's show. Then.
Be a gentleman now. Be a gentleman.
I voted for Trump.
All right. Well, listen. I'm hoping you find some place to land and have fun, and you don't get killed in that neighborhood that you're staying at. And I hope everything works out for you, George Clark.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Eric. It was good talking to you guys, and yeah.
There he is, the coldest, loneliest reporter in D.C., our friend George Clark. And happy birthday.
Have a great rest of the night, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Kobe Dawkins says there's trouble in DeKalb on I-20.
Yeah, in DeKalb County, I-20 westbound past Panola Road, exit 71. It's a crash. It knocks out 1 to 2 lanes. Seeing delays back to Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. You can avoid that by taking Covington Highway as an alternate. And still in DeKalb County, crash off to the right, 285 northbound before Memorial Drive, exit 41, causing minor delays. How are rides on I-85 in Gwinnett, Chinway?
Not too shabby right now. It's definitely improved from earlier. That I-285 trying to get onto 85 is now green, and you're green all the way through 316. Now, if you're coming back the other way, 85 southbound, a crash has been moved off to the right near Beaver Ruin Road, exit 102, so your delays are improving there. This report is sponsored by Georgia Aquarium. Georgia Aquarium's brand new Aqua Pass unlocks a year of free visits. Just pay for a single day, then come back as many times as you want to see everything you want. Get your Aqua Pass at georgiaaquarium.org. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
to be just the beginning of the weather we're going to get.
We're at our best.
Tracking a blast of very cold air.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Crash now shutting down Holcomb Bridge Road entirely.
Tune in often for the latest.
Temperatures down into the teens to low 20s.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I'm not surprised that Ragsdale Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical continues to grow and are looking for good, caring people to join their team. If you've got experience as a plumber, electrician, or you're an HVAC technician, give Ragsdale a call and become part of a great team. This is Scott Slate, and I used companies large and small until I went with Ragsdale years ago and saw firsthand how competent and caring a heating and air company could be. Many of their employees have been with them 10, 20, even 30 years. For a great opportunity to grow with a great company, go to ragsdaleair.com/careers and apply today.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Former CIA officer Jason Hansen here. As someone who's dedicated my life to protecting people, I know the importance of guarding what matters most. Right now, with global instability and the dollar's declining value, that means securing your financial assets with gold. For me, I trust Advantage Gold with my own investments. Give them a call at 800-900-8000 for a 100% free gold guide. Again, call Advantage Gold now at 800-900-8000 today.
Paid for by Advantage Gold. Performance may vary. Past performance is not indicated for future results. Always consult your financial and tax professional.
What were you trying to get me to do?
Oh, nothing. We'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
I mean, I can do it right now if you can get it.
We can tease people that we only have 4 pairs to give away this week, so why don't we give them away
Okay,
Tuesday
then
through
don't
Friday.
tease. Just allow it to be a surprise. Don't tease.
There's going to be something we're giving away.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Sending a reminder.
That's kind of a tease, isn't it?
Yeah.
But-
Is it a surprise?
It's
Or
and it's
is it-
not.
am I
It's
being
not.
teased?
No, you're not being teased. I'm simply telling you that you will be surprised
Do I have to-
tomorrow.
Can I call in now and wait?
No, the giveaway, which I'm not teasing. To
Yeah,
you,
I know.
is it's tomorrow. You'll have to line up. When
I'll
the
hold.
time. Excuse me.
I'll hold.
No, don't hold.
You should let him. I mean, it's just like people that get there, early the previous day and they camp out.
Well,
I
yeah.
got nothing else to do.
It's the rules. The rules don't allow a kind of first come. It is first come first serve, but it's when I say the tickets are. Oh, now I've teased that it's tickets.
You're giving too much
I did
information.
not tease
Also,
the
it's-
tickets. I simply told you that
said
it's
the
going to
T-word.
happen.
It's
That's
also
not
not
a
first come,
tease.
first serve. It's 10th come, first serve, or whatever number
Yeah,
you say.
10th come first serve, as everyone always says.
Of course. It's like his grandfather Fitty used to say.
Huh?
10th come, 10th served.
That's it. Hell yeah. No, Autumn. The difference is 10th come, 10th served. No, not in this case. Tomorrow, it's 10th come, first served.
Huh?
So if
To be
it's-
first,
if
you
you're
have to be
first there,
10th.
then 10 people get it. Is that what you're
No.
saying?
If you ain't first, you're last.
If you're 10th,
Yeah.
you're first. If you're anything else,
All right, I'll hold.
you're
Losers.
last.
This will
It's-
never take off for radio. These giveaways are too complicated.
Yeah, I don't think people will really understand them.
It's cool that you're being experimental, but I don't think it's going to work.
You don't think people are going to be able to follow this idea
No.
of how to win tickets? I
Too
say
difficult.
I
I heard it again.
That was not a
I
tease.
had forgotten.
To what?
And then he
That
said
was
it
not
again.
no. I'm
tickets to
simply I'm not teasing. I'm simply
bus tickets?
informing you
Maybe.
and the audience that there will be a giveaway tomorrow. Not in a
he's giving away a
teasing way.
ticket.
To what?
He said
I-
ticket already. That's what you said.
Maybe this guy like camp out like people used to do for Black Friday back in the day, right outside the station?
No,
That's what I said.
no.
I live out there by
Because
the
Oh,
bushes.
sorry, sir.
10th first. How did that go? First
10th
10th.
first come served.
10th.
10th.
10th come, first serve.
Yes.
Yeah, don't. That's.
Yeah, you just watch your mouth, young lady. By the way,
Oh no.
Trump took us out of the Paris Agreement again, so Greta is going to be very, very upset.
Oh no.
Tomorrow.
no.
Again.
Grow up.
So it just goes back and forth.
It just
It's
goes
a
back
joke
and forth
to the rest of the world.
cannot catch a break.
But you have to give it because that you got to blame the first time around. If they would have gotten it through Congress, which they didn't do, it's an accord, I believe, as opposed to an actual treaty.
I don't know how this government works. It's ridiculous.
All right. There is. So no Shelley. He's in D.C.
He's partying tonight.
We have a MLK special.
That's right.
For MLK Day. That music is telling us two things. Yes. Number one, shut the hell up. Number two, get the hell out. You know us. We do what we're told. Why? Because we're patriots. Why? Why do you know we're patriots? Well, of course, in America, you know a patriot is somebody who never questions authority. We do what we're told. So we're going to get on out of here. We will be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on the journey. Do not piss off the genie.
At 6:56 in the Cool Ray Carrier 24-hour traffic center, trouble remains in DeKalb County I-20 westbound past Panola Road, exit 71. Crash knocking out 1 to 2 lanes. Still seeing tough delays back to Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. You can avoid that by taking Covington Highway as an alternate. And downtown rides are in pretty good shape. 75-85 north and south. Nothing holding you up from Langford Parkway to the Burkwood Split. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
If you are someone who's excited about the pitch for annuities, which I'm not excited about, know that there are state limits for coverage if your annuity provider goes bust. And you want to stay within those limits. As a general rule, if you're going to buy an annuity, never put more than $100,000 with any one company. Because if you go above that, in many states, you're at risk of losing some or all of your money.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing better weight management treatment options. Making sure that those who need GLP-1s have access to them is the first step.
1 mile complete.
And we help them take the right steps after that, giving them the personalized support they need to keep going.
1 more mile complete.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's just not